Yes, people, and welcome back to another edition of The Rivals. Let's get straight into it. Big up my boy Chinks, man. How you doing?
Big up, man. I'm good, man. How's you?
Yeah, brother, I'm blessed, man. Good to see you, man, as well. Also on the show tonight, we've got man like Deji. What are you telling me? You good?
Yeah, bro. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I've been better, but a man has to just take things and contextualize it. It's been all right. I'm all right. When I've had time to reflect, I'm all right. I'm a reflection of my club, and all in all, things are good.
Cool, man. Blessings, bro. Oh, lost him there. He's back. All right, cool. We've also got man like Uncle Yomes. Talk to me, bro. How you doing?
What's good, man? Yeah, all good, man. Bless.
Blessings. Guys, please make sure you like, you share, you do the subscription thing as well. But big up to these guys as well for coming on each week, giving their opinions, man. It's not easy coming there. And I want to big up to the chat as well. So big up again, Toxic Headshot, City. Bells are ringing, boy. Arsenal are winning nothing, right? It's coming out straight away. All right. Yeah, Toxic Headshot again, Morena, LOL. Mr. Box Office in the building. Big up the panel. Big up the
Box Office. Get him in there.
The truth of entertainment. Who else is here, man? We got Tyler. Big up Ash. How you doing, my brother? Bless. Headshot. Danny. Yes, lads. Respect my brother. Blessings each time. Destiny 5 as well, man. Big up Destiny 5. Big up the channel and the guests. And anyone else who comes in along the way, man. We've got another guest in there. We've got a West Ham fan. It makes sense to have a West Ham fan in there. He's given my name.
Yeah.
Nicky Havers. How you doing, my bro?
Laugh long. Salute.
Respectable, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I could go so many ways, to be fair. I could talk about the Arsenal, boring. People say boring Arsenal. Some people say they got the job done. I don't know. Some people say they were shook against City. That's why they did the low block thing. I don't know. Either way, they got 4 points from City in both games. Manchester United, Man U.
Why you gotta say it like that, bro?
Bro,
why you gotta say it like that?
We have to take
Manchester United.
But it's mad. Like they were getting peppered. I think it was some type of record in the penalty box. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a mess, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. We could start there. I don't know. Obviously, Chelsea did the madness as well. So yeah, it's crazy. And then obviously games ahead as well. Liverpool are coming in. But I think I should start with Spurs. Obviously, we had to play West Ham. So I want to get Deji's thoughts on the game, man. Like, well, what do you say, man? 1-1 and...
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, fortunately or unfortunately, I was at the game yesterday. I was at the game with my kids, to be fair. We started off well, early goal, Brennan Johnson. I'm thinking, yeah, this is time to smoke these lot. But the thing is, there's a lot of imposters. There's a lot of pretenders in that Spurs team. The first thing was Timo Werner, you don't want it. I don't know why we're wasting our time. I had people telling me because he hangs on the edge and teams are scared of him. Scared for him to do what? To run. Scared of him running. Shut up, man. The thing is, Timo Werner is just not that guy. As soon as anyone comes close to him, he just puts his hands up and he starts waving the white flag. And that's what he did pretty much throughout the whole game yesterday. Basuma has not been on form. I loved Basuma when he arrived. I loved him at the start of the season. But the brother is doing too much Louis Vuitton. He's doing too much Afro beats. On the weekend, he's just shaking his bum in the club and he's just not with it. And it's showing on the pitch. So for me, I want a proper number 6. Son was off as well. For me, I don't like seeing Son at the number 9. What a waste. We needed him on the left and we needed to start Richarlison. When you're playing with barbarians, you put barbarians with barbarians. We don't need techers. We just need henchmen. Why we left Richarlison on the bench for the last 9 or 8 minutes of the game, I can't understand it, because he needed to be on from early. The only thing that I thought was brave from Postecoglou is definitely watching this show, because I've been calling that Kulusevski is a direct replacement in the number 10 position for Madders. And yesterday, he actually made the change. Kulusevski for Madders. Kulusevski coming in the number 10. But, bro, it was whimperish. I think we had 2 shots. I remember seeing 2 shots. I saw the goal, and I saw Udogie's shot at the end. I can't remember any other shot. I think Son skied it. And for me, it's just, we look like old school Arsenal under Arsene Wenger. We get to the byline, we flatter to deceive, we get to the edge of the box, and then instead of shooting, we pass. And then we pass again, and we pass again, and we pass again, and then the play breaks down, and then guess what? They're on a counter-attack, and that's how Antonio almost scored towards the end. This idiot thing. Bro, I'm going to be real with you, because I'm getting kind of pissed off that these men are getting the sort of wages that they're getting. All I'm asking for is for one of these brothers in the front line to shoot. Now, I can do it for a £5. I'm being real. I don't need 5, 10, 15 bags a week. Pay me £5 and I will take a shot on goal. It's that simple. Give me a £5. You understand? Because it's not that hard. It's not that deep what we're calling for. Yet, with our team and our club, they're not doing it. So for me, it was a disappointing, because West Ham was there for the taking. That team, I have to say, West Ham and West Ham fans, I've never seen a dustier team in my life. That team is as fully dustier than Tutankhamun's coffin. Do you get me? That is shameless. And I'm hearing that David Moyes was shaking his bum violently that their man managed to get a point against us. That team is a disgrace. I can't wait for the summer transfer window, and then we kick on. Lastly, I will say this, though the result was disappointing, when you look at the grand scheme of things, we are still 5th, and based on today's result with Villa, it's still in our hands to get the 4th position. The only things I would say, though, which is quite concerning, and I think we might need the checkup, is that the man them can't seem to get it up against the minnows.
Talk to him.
We can't get it up, bro. I swear, man. We did it against Fulham. We did it against the other team the other day.
Pause.
That's what I did.
Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy.
I'm just wondering, is the team going to start working when we play the big boys? Or is the team just together? That's what I was.
Small club mentality, isn't it? When you play the big boys, it's your World Cup final. You know what I mean?
I like this right here.
You always get up for those pulls. You know what I mean?
All
right. Go on, Nicky. Go on. Respond.
Allow me to respond to...
Respond.
So,
by the way,
first 20 minutes, I think you were a better team. Can you hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Loud and clear.
Right, so first 20 minutes, yeah, first 20 minutes, you were the better team. I think you were trying to pass your way into the goal.
Yeah.
I've noticed your fullbacks were basically like number 10s.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So we actually came to the game to do a counter-attack. That's all we do. I've actually forgotten how to win. I'm going to give you some facts, right? So since we beat Arsenal December 28th. We have won. No. Hear me out. Like, I've got a reason why I'm saying it. I've got a reason why I'm saying this. So, we beat Arsenal December 28th, right? We have won 3 out of 16 in all comps and 2 out of 14 in the league. That is relegation form.
Yes, that's the...
We have lost to Bristol in that 16. We lost to Bristol, Bournemouth, Freiburg, Forest, and we drew to Bournemouth. We lost to Arsenal 6-0, made that as 3-0. How are we 7th? This league is shit if we're still 7th. This whole best league in the world. Like, how are we 7th in the league? It makes absolutely no sense. We are literally we have the worst record of this year. Only Sheffield United have a worse record than us. And people are asking me why don't Moyes out? I don't care if he won the Europa Conference. If
But at the end of the day, though, Nick. But at the end of the day, though, Nick, you men are calling for Moyes out. But like you said, you're seventh. He's won you your first European title in goodness knows how long. You're West Ham, bruv. You ain't spending peas. You ain't spending pure dough like the teams ahead of you, right? Where do West Ham want to be? Where do you expect to be if not seventh? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, are we realistically starting?
I don't expect to win 2 out of 14 games.
Yeah, but are we realistically starting the season saying West Ham's going to finish in the top 4?
Nah.
So where do you want West Ham to be? You're seventh with a trophy in your hand.
I think Nicky's actually being genuine here. I think he's saying, based on his team's form, he's even shocked that they're seventh. Do you get me? So on one hand, you can say seventh is a good place to be, but really and truly, if football was fair, they don't deserve to be there. That team I saw yesterday live in the flesh was as dusty as Tutankhamun's coffin. That team is whack. How they are seventh is crazy.
But listen,
so I agree with my brother. I agree with Nicky. At least he's genuine. Other people come fighting rubbish. He's coming real.
I get it, but nobody remembers what you deserve.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some more facts. No, but I've got some more facts that I have to drop, and more gospel that I've got to drop on our team. Yeah. So James Ward-Prowse.
Who needs enemies, bro?
You know what I mean?
James Ward-Prowse is getting life.
I'm grateful, man.
No wait, James Ward-Prowse is getting life. You know why? Because he's got a good set piece. That's the only reason why he's getting games. Right? Antonio is not a striker and hasn't been for a million years. Since Moyes came after Bilic in 2017, right? And he left for Pellegrini and came back. I'm gonna name all the strikers that he's killed and sold in those 7 years, right? Look, all right. Andy Carroll, Chikorito, Hugo, Halle, Isak, Maka, Ings.
You can't say he killed Halle because Halle moved on to bigger and better things. But at the same time though, Nick, yeah, you're saying this, but it could then be deemed as he's overachieving with the budget that he's got, the players he's got to work with. Like you said yourself, Antonio's not a striker. He's playing players in positions that they do not want to be. And he's managed to win a trophy and be seventh. You've got to give the guy some kind of rating.
By default.
Like you say by default, but he's overachieving though.
Like we are.
How's it by default?
But right now we are shit.
Nicky's just.
I forgot how to win football games. Bro. It's been that long.
Yeah, but the first half of the season,
it's been that long since won.
First half of the season, it wasn't like that.
We ain't won a match, bro.
Yeah, you guys came flying out the flying out the 16. Gates.
Come on, bro.
All you've done is just hit one of those blocks that
but
make it, that define a big squad, like a top team. Like you've just hit that block. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same reason why like a top 4 race turns into a top 3, and then the top 3 turns into a top 2 because the third team wasn't as good as the top 2. You've just dropped off at the. You
just couldn't sustain the pace. That's all it is. If you look at 100 meter, sprint,
capacity.
Goodness sake, Asher. If you look at 100 meter sprint, yeah, everyone's together for the first 10 yards, isn't it? But then after that,
Tottenham are ahead. Tottenham are ahead at first.
Do you get what I'm saying? The others start to pull away, and then the class shows in it, the squad size and all of that kind of shows in it. Like for me, David Moyes, like I do. There's nothing. Man saves you from relegation, he should be sacked. Man wins a trophy, he should be sacked. Man he's in 7th position, looking like he's going to get some form of Europe, should be sacked. What do you want? Like what do you want from him, bro?
But why can't we play? But why can't we play football like Brentford, like Brighton?
Get out of here, man.
It's awful to watch, bro.
Where are Brentford or Brighton?
Where are they?
Also, he asked for Calvin Phillips. Yeah, the reason why he let go Ben Rama in 4 hours. He wanted Ward-Prowse to play behind the striker to have Phillips and Suchek as a holder.
No, he didn't want Phillips. He didn't want Phillips. He wanted Scott McTominay.
Only because of
opportunity. Yeah, you're right there.
No, that was in the summer.
He wanted Scott McTominay. Exactly. Well, if he had got Scott McTominay, he wouldn't have got Phillips.
In the summer.
He wouldn't have got Phillips though.
There was no
Phillips
way we
was
get
never.
McTominay or Maguire.
Phillips was never his first. They were done deals. They were done deals. Maguire just refused to go.
No. There was no
Maguire refused to go.
Yeah, there you go. They weren't going to leave us. You to come to us. Impossible.
No, if Maguire would have went to you guys. It's just you guys weren't paying Man United money for waste, man.
Maguire said
that's all it is.
Yeah, true.
Maguire said, "I'm going to see more. I think I'll see chances at Man United if I stay, even though you got 4 centre backs."
Yeah, because he knows the injury record. Because he knows them man are falling like dominoes, and he's going to get his chance some way, some shit. And to be fair, Maguire's been good this year.
So, Yoms, let me get this right. You want Moyes to stay? You think Moyes is doing a good job?
I think Moyes is doing an outstanding job at West Ham. I genuinely cannot see why.
Do you say that because you understand, like with Ten Hag, you know how you play the low block and you try to hit
this guy sneak this in, you know? Do you think you can identify?
Boys at your club is what I'm asking.
You know, I love it, man. You cannot help it. We're talking about West Ham. How is this about Ten Hag? What has this got to do with Ten Hag?
Like, Brother Nicky says
absolutely nothing to do with
smelly. You're like, well, I don't think it's Ten Hag's fault.
I just think you've got to, regardless of what it is, I just think you got to recognise that you're West Ham in 7th with a trophy in your hand. Like
in the comments, Angelo Taro, West Ham promotes boring ball. Like, I agree. Like, what it is, right? Yeah. His contract expires in the summer, yeah?
Nicky, right? They're not even on your side. They want to see you fall. Don't follow them. don't let them leave you.
I think Nicky has every right to be ambitious. I
don't.
Of
course you do, Deji. You want to win the World Cup.
I don't buy into this narrative that you should be satisfied with mediocrity, and that's what a lot of fans are pushing us to do. If I was Nicky, I'd be vexed too, because for me, the Europa Conference League is only better than the Carabao Cup. I mean, that league is pointless as well, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
but Spurs were in it though.
What is the point in running the London Marathon?
Nah.
In a chicken outfit. There's no bloody. If you're not in the cup, then there's no bloody point.
But was Spurs in it? Spurs was in it, right?
No.
No, you're me.
Not last year.
I'm not even lying here.
The first year it came out,
Spurs removed themselves from that competition, my guy.
Tottenham. That's why Tottenham ain't won anything, yeah. But I'm not lying here. I was in a pub.
You won the Carabao Cup, innit?
I was in a pub on the day. Watching that match, wishing West Ham to win that. Yeah, I was a West Ham fan watching that final. Yeah, that cup means something. You don't understand. Yeah, that's what it is. You don't understand. You can't disrespect any European title. You know.
Who do you support, though?
I'm Liverpool in it. So,
all right, can I be real? Let's not do this. It does jar me, and to be honest. We're doing niceties, but if we have to go to war tonight, then let's go to war. Let's not pretend that Europe is the same as what it was. Europe right now is rubbish. I expect an English team to win the Champions League. I expect an English team to win the Europa League. I expect an English team to win the Europa Conference League. Those teams in Europe are as fully dusty like West Ham and Tottenham.
When did it become rubbish? When did it become rubbish?
Because it's not.
When did it become rubbish?
Bro, it's been rubbish. When it became a feeder, when Europe became a feeder club to the Prem, that's when they lost all respect.
Europe is feeder. You can't speak for the
European leagues are there to feed us. They're there to give us food. Let me tell you what it is. We're in the capital. And the rest of Europe are in the districts. You get what I'm saying?
So you know what? Yeah,
it's just
and they're listening to themselves. That's what's going on right now.
So to build on that, then he said that an English team should win every tournament.
Yes,
basically, yeah.
Yes.
So that means the English league is the strongest league in the world, isn't it?
Without doubt.
You and Nicky should be fucking happy for where you are in the league, then, instead of complaining and bitching.
I'm not complaining.
And Nicky shouldn't be either.
No, Nicky is vexed at the style of football. It's terrible.
Well, at the beginning of the season,
look, let's win and get results with dignity. There's no dignity in West Ham being 7th. It's terrible.
It's all building blocks though.
It's
all building. Do you know what people want? People want their team to win and play attractive football out the gate, right? And the truth of the matter is, let's get somewhere first, and then we can think about attractive football. The one follows the other. Sometimes you have to win ugly with the players you've got to be in a position to attract players that can play better football. Do you get what I'm saying? And then sometimes shit just happens. You lose players you don't want to lose, and you've just got to adapt to situations. But I struggle to understand if West Ham fans are not happy with where they are at the moment. Like, what did you? Because as far as I'm aware, with West Ham, and Nicky will correct me if I'm wrong, when the league starts, you will take anything above 12th, right?
Yeah.
West Ham are not looking on 6th upwards, so you're literally at the peak of the place of the table. You're way overachieving.
So I don't go to games now. I don't really go to at Upton Park. I used to go to quite a few games, right? Since New Stadium, I don't really go to a lot of games, right? But there's fans that are traveling far and wide, week after week, that are watching this.
Fuck them. Don't go if you're
style of football, right? Now, I'm not saying that we've got to play like Barcelona.
Fuck them. It's your choice.
Now,
you went to the Miss World contest with an ugly bitch. Now you're upset you didn't win. It's your fucking fault. Fuck them. I'm tired of that.
No, but you ain't going to games though.
Huh?
The thing is what it is, right? I'm not saying that we've got to play Arsenal invincible football or
we don't even play that. We parked the bus again.
No. I'm not saying we got to play that, but I'm just saying that it literally is long ball to Antonio, chest it down, pass it back. It literally is that, bro.
Yeah, I get that. But he's had to realize, because at the beginning of the season, West Ham were whacking guys up, you know.
Not whacking guys.
No, you guys will. I'm looking at it. 3-0 West Ham Wolves at home. Yeah. Then we got 2-0 at home to United. Yeah, 2-0 away to Arsenal. Yeah.
Since then, it's been downhill. That's 3.5 months.
I wouldn't say downhill. It's been a bit inconsistent, but you don't get 7th by being downhill. I don't understand.
That's because the league is shit.
See, now, do you know what it is? Yeah, like, I don't know, man. This is how I feel.
3 wins in 17.
I feel like you're upset, yeah, and you're saying this because you see with David Moyes, you're safe. Your club is safe. Yeah, you did it with Everton, with most probably the worst budget ever. Mm-hmm. We got to admit, going to Man United, that was a very difficult task for Alex Ferguson. So he gets that kind of leeway, kind of part of it, yeah. With you lot are safe with him. I think what you lot need to do is start identifying if it's Moyes out, who are you bringing in that will bring you to the next level? Like, you are just kind of like Moyes out, but you're safe with him. Like, really and truthfully, like, I don't really feel like you need to worry about relegation unless you get some points deducted for some FFP thing. You get me? Like, that just plays against him. But other than football reasons, I believe you're safe with David Moyes. So you shouldn't really be like upset. Like Crystal Palace, you could maybe see them dropping and getting relegated. I don't see that with West Ham. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more
bigger than Palace.
Identify who's going to bring you to that next step and give them
that's
time.
Not a guarantee, P. That's not even a guarantee.
Because
you ain't got the infrastructure. You're not Brighton. You don't have the system in place where you can get a manager in and rely on your recruitment or your director of football and all that stuff to build it up. So whoever you get in doesn't, like, just because you switch manager don't mean that this all is just gonna bang into gear and you're gonna be challenging. Like, it don't just work like that. But everybody's too red-eye looking over everyone else's fence, bro. You're 7th.
Yeah.
You would have took that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Look, I agree. Look, the thing is, just again, look, outsider looking in, I think the main thing is they are trying. You don't get the likes of Paqueta, Bowen. They've got a couple of other ballers in there. It's just that they're doing the Conte. You can't have Son and Kane defending for their lives and then expecting to hit teams on the counter. They're not utilizing the strengths of the players. They've got ball playing footballers. Kudos as well is doing this low block thing, and actually it needs an adventurous, someone, you know, it needs a De Zerbi type to really get out their full potential. For me, at the moment, they're on a life raft and they're just floating. Are we waiting for them to get picked up by a vessel, or are we waiting for them to just keep floating until they sink? I think that's where it is. But I think West Ham fans, like all fans, we should be ambitious. Do you get me? If we're saying that the Europa Conference League is why West Ham fans should be happy, speak for yourself. Me, when I go out, I would never offer another fan something that I wouldn't accept, unless it's acceptable to me. I want all the teams. I know it's not possible, but everyone should be aiming high, aiming big. If you know the Carabao Cup is not acceptable for you, the Europa Conference League is not acceptable for you, don't put it on someone else.
Yeah,
don't
but not all clubs are built the same.
It's mad funny, yeah. You aim just to be in the Champions League, but you don't aim to win a trophy.
I would rather be, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah,
when you go to work,
you'd rather.
Are you a volunteer? Are you a volunteer, bro, or do you go to work to get money?
Well, it depends. Like I volunteer, like I've helped like people off the bus. That's volunteering, but I still go to work.
And that's very sweet. But in the world that we live in,
no, it's in the world. It happens in the world.
False. The world that we live in is about the guap. True or false? It's about the money. Yeah, it's about bringing the money.
So
now,
you're just happy with Spurs making money.
But you're me.
So I should be happy.
I'm more likely. No, let's be honest.
I should be happy.
You're more likely to attract better players to your club if you win a trophy such as the FA Cup or Carabao, or if you finish top 4.
No. But what you're saying is it's about the guap.
No,
yeah, I'm saying it's about the guap. I'm saying it's not just about the guap.
40 mil for finishing 4th, or 5 mil for winning the FA Cup. Which one?
It depends on your club. That's everything. Everything is about context. It depends on your club. If your club has never won anything, if your club has never been in Europe and done anything in Europe, then
it's an accomplishment.
It's an accomplishment to win the club. If your club has been winning Champions Leagues, then all of a sudden all you're competing for is the Europa. I don't even know what it's called. What's it called? The Europa Conference League. Then of course you're going to be disappointed because it depends. Some clubs are stepping up and some clubs are stepping down. That's all.
Are you saying someone can't go from the shop floor in Tesco's to becoming CEO?
No.
This guy is just
no, you can't. Not tomorrow. No, you can't. If you're on the shop floor today and you become CEO tomorrow, that company's going downhill.
Unless he buys
one of them wooden stools outside Brixton, Iceland, that's the only CEO you're gonna be.
If you promote man on the shop floor CEO tomorrow, your company is done for. Like certain things you have to learn. Education first, steps. You have to get the steps. You have to get the experience under your belt.
So let me ask you. When you won that Carabao Cup last season, what did you learn?
When I won the Carabao Cup last year, I understood that my club was taking a step down, and that's why I was disappointed. If I had never won the Carabao Cup before, right? If I had never won the Carabao Cup before, I would be saying, yes, this is what Wembley feels like. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you have to take steps. You have to if you're not winning something, like that's like saying, all right, you're a homeless person. Fuck a flat. I want a mansion.
Why not?
Big man, why not? It happens. Yeah, you can want a mansion, but right now you're outside and it's cold. Right now you're outside and it's cold. You can't turn down the flat, the semi-detached yard, the detached yard. And then say no, I'm turning all of them down till I get a mansion. You'll die outside.
No, but hold on. Listen, does he have to explain this to you? It's like saying I have no muscles today. I'm going to go gym tomorrow, and I'm going to be fucking Johnny Bravo. It don't work. It's stages. It's just common sense. But I'm not saying you can't.
No,
you've got to be realistic. Do you know what I mean? So your ambition is you want to win stuff, but when you be realistic, you can't throw all the toys out the pram when you fucking finished 7th when you would have took that at the beginning of the league? That don't make sense.
Fair enough.
Preacher, you said you can't call for Moyes out and have no one in place. Someone in the chat said Graham Potter. I'll take Graham Potter.
What's he done? That's
Careful what you wish for, bro.
This is disgusting.
I pray you man get Graham Potter just so that we don't.
People have short memories. People in football have short memories. Take at Brighton, he was the most sought after manager in the league at Brighton.
But Brighton's got a situation. Brighton's got a situation where you are pretty much a head coach.
Bloom. I know how it works.
Yeah, you're pretty much a head coach at Brighton.
No. But like Graham Potter, with our common squad.
Upset. Just admit you're upset about the game and you're throwing your toys out.
No. He's been saying this. I've been having this argument with Nick. I've been having this argument with Nick for weeks. And I just don't understand it. It's not even just the game.
Since the Arsenal game, you've been having this argument.
Moyes' contract expires in the summer, right? Now, I've said to him, we're going to talk to you at the end of the season. I'll guarantee you he goes. I guarantee we let him go. Fact.
Yeah, but that's because your owners are reactive. That's because your owners are just reactive. They're not thinking, and that's why you guys don't have a Brighton situation. That's the same with United, by the way. That's why we don't have that situation where we've got that infrastructure in place where we can have a head coach and things continue when that figurehead is replaced. Because you're just reactive.
But is the only way to get top 7 the only way to be defensive? There's other ways to win football games, you know.
There's other ways to win football games, but unless you've got that infrastructure in place, then you're not going to have everything correctly in place to enable you.
How long has he been there?
I can back
4 years.
But that's not about the manager. That's what I'm saying. That's about the ownership and the infrastructure.
Yeah, but
that's not about the manager.
Bournemouth under Eddie Howe, Brentford last 2 years. These teams have came 7th and 8th with decent football. We play the worst football in the top half,
and still 7th.
You lot need to go out and get Gary.
Yeah, but there's other ways to get 7th.
You're saying you reached a point with poor football that someone's reached a point with their best.
No, but he's basically saying the players they've got, if they were to play a more attractive style or more attacking, well, not attractive, but more attacking style, that would suit the players that they currently have.
But you're thinking about West Ham's attacking players.
Edson Alvarez.
That's not
West Ham's defensive players.
But I'm saying for him as a fan,
not that great.
I'm saying for him as a fan,
it was all right at the beginning of the season.
They're playing within themselves. Why are we letting these teams come and like dominate us when we know we could do slightly better, innit? We could do
I've already answered that question. Defensively, they're not that great. They can easily be walked over. You can't. Do you not remember Mourinho came and cleaned up everything? The first priority is not to lose. That's the first priority, and you build from there.
And if your defensive capabilities are not great, the first thing you have to do is tell your attacking players, chill for a moment.
Yeah, I hear that, but then there's one extreme to one extreme, if that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying for Nick as a fan, he's looking at the players he's got. He's thinking, surely we could play a little bit higher up the pitch. Why are we so low block? Why is it always this style of play? Why can't we mix it up a little bit and be a little bit more front-footed? I'm not saying like he should get a manager and do the gun-ho thing and you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, right, maybe have I'm saying he should get a manager
have the squad.
a little bit more progressive. But no, it would take time. Don't get me wrong. But the Hammers fans, they're not happy in it. That's what they're complaining about. Am I wrong, Nick? Or
Look at Spurs, innit? They were all guns out, innit?
We're showing some guns.
They just steamed out. So you've got to think about it. It's about the squad, the players you've got. There's so much.
Liverpool quite. I don't know. Liverpool quite gone home, no?
But
compared to the rest.
Look at Klopp's been kind of Tinkerman recent. Like he's been giving a lot of players rest. He's been like having a lot of faith in other players.
Yeah, all right. So you see against City, right? Do you think you should have done like an Arsenal tactic and just kind of sat back and parked the bus, or do you agree with how Klopp approached the game? What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen any wrong approach to the game from Liverpool or Arsenal. Like Man City, it's a hard place to go, you know. Like,
I know, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying, what do you do?
I agree with all the tactics. Even get Liverpool against City, that was a bit of a shock. Like to see, the way they performed, you could see a bit of fear. It was a shock. It wasn't like it was war. There was a warm up to it. Like we might have expected it because of the game before. Like that was a bit of a shock. So I think there might have been a bit of an expectation on Arsenal, innit? Like Liverpool's gone there, they look shaky. Maybe everything's catching up with them. So there's an expectation with Arsenal, but it's City, you get me? So like I rate that. We got the point, and like we're top of the league now, innit? Like so Arsenal could get that point, and that later on down in the season, it will be a worthy point. So
no, Arsenal did what they.
Sorry, go on, Young.
I was saying Arsenal basically calculated and said, look, we just cannot afford to lose this game. If we lose this game, then the point differential against Liverpool is too much. So let's just just hang in there. If we get a point, we're still within touching this. It's very smart. Everyone just wants to see one hole all the time.
But what go on, sorry, Chinks.
No, but that analogy kind of personifies the whole discussion we're having. Liverpool played to their strengths of what was best to do for them in a game against City and got what they needed, and we did what was best for us. Do you get what I mean? So I genuinely don't think that David Moyes playing gung-ho football. Sorry,
I thought City were weak. They were missing 2 players, Ronald. They were missing Walker. And was it Stones they were missing? There are certain defensive players they were missing against you, man. I know Martinelli, he brought him on eventually, and he's been suffering from a bit of an injury. So I understand that move.
They got Pep. You see,
so the bottle job.
I'm just saying,
meant to do it.
I'm just saying. I thought you lot could have gone at them a little bit more. That's all. That's all I was saying. I just thought you sat back. I don't know.
I'm familiar with your game. I think you have ulterior motives there.
I'm not, but can I just say I'm not? I don't know if we're moving on to Arsenal, the Arsenal segment, but I'm not prepared to sit here and buy into this narrative that Arsenal sat back and it was deliberate. No, what happened was Arsenal have a plan A, and they couldn't execute plan A because of the way they were getting pinned by Man City. The one thing, though, I can say that was positive about Arsenal's performance is that their defense is pretty mighty. These men are moving like the 300. Do you know what I mean? Apart from that, that's not how Arsenal intended to play the game. They intended to go out there and show that they could go toe-to-toe with Man City. And unfortunately, they couldn't. You get me? So what they did is they held on for their life. The tornado was coming, wind was going, hot, cold, everything was thrown at them. And they held firm. That was it. But that was not the game plan. The game plan wasn't to go to the Etihad and sit back. They got pinned back. That's what happened.
Yeah, but that's why they're challenging for the title. You don't try to like sit back. You don't do that on purpose. You have to win the games. Like that's how you win titles. Yeah, you have to go and win the games, and things go against you. Like remember Liverpool? We've been battling with City for like 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's what happens, fam. I've lost the league. Like I'm saying me, but Liverpool have lost the league by 1 point to this team.
Twice.
97 points, bro. This is City. You don't understand, bro.
I can hear the pains in the voice.
Like, you can't see what it is. You see with Spurs here, you're their bogey team, you know, bro.
I know.
That's why you don't talk like that, because you always get results from them. You're their
bogey team.
Sorry, I thought it was a sad segment. I was crying. Sorry.
I'm glad you see that, because people try and downplay the fact that Tottenham slap up Man City more 9 times out of 10. People downplay the fact that
I've got hope that you show up against them this season. Like I need that.
But bro, we went with a depleted team and we showed up already with a weakened team. We showed up.
Ben Davies and Emerson Royale, centre half.
This is what I believe. I don't care what situation you are in. For some reason, you lot do it against City. So I need
hope.
You don't respect them and take them steps.
But big preach. But I'm here to tell you tonight, even though we do it against City, this year we're also going to do it against you.
Oh, fuck off.
I like this right here.
Fuck off, man. No more people.
Nobody's getting love from us this season.
So all that respect and ratings you're accepting with your mouth open, Deji, for beating where the fuck is ours? Because we've taken 8 points from 12 off of Liverpool and City, and all I'm sitting there hearing is disrespect, saying that you didn't.
No, I'm respecting you, man.
You didn't go to sit back. All I'm getting is bare second-hand compliments, bro. We've taken 8 points out of 12 of City and Liverpool. We started a lineup with fucking Jesus, Saka, Havertz, Rice, Jorginho, Odegaard. Keep 4 centre-backs. A man's telling me we went there to play gung-ho.
No, Chinks, I'll be real.
Nonsense, bro.
No, you're right. Look, I will have to say positively that I rate Arsenal and what you man have done. It's just that it was April just a couple of days ago in terms of in terms of date. I have seen a negative correlation between Arsenal and Easter eggs. I ain't been able to shake my bum for you, man. Just yet.
I see what you're saying still. I see what you're saying.
You understand?
I hear what you're saying,
so
but Arteta,
we're slightly worried. That's all.
Arteta is also the first manager to not lose a game against Pep and Klopp in the season. So you've got to give the
sometimes at home. For 50,
sometimes
57 games.
It's hard to give, and sometimes they just outright take it. And Arsenal were just outright taking it. I'm just like, it is what it is. At the same time, like, you have to say that in that City game specifically, if Arsenal had gone toe-to-toe with City, they are risking the league. And it's a smart decision to not risk the league.
You know what, Yoms? You've just educated me, you know. You see, just by hearing your voice say those words, I just had an epiphany. Because you know what? You're a team that's actually gone somewhere and done fucking something. So you see how a certain man who ain't never fucking done something don't understand that. It's only just now while he was talking, it struck a chord with me.
Oh, Jesus.
No, Ash, where do you get these?
I'm actually showing love, you know.
Chinks, that is your boy there.
I sense a little slide part there, a little below the belt part. I'm showing Arsenal love. I'm just not getting carried away because I saw what they did last summer. That was all.
You know what? Can I say something? Yeah, you have gotten carried away. You don't understand. Let me tell you something here. Phase. I said this to Phase, yeah, because I believe, yeah, that like Arsenal have had the same journey as Liverpool, like maybe like a few years behind you. Yeah, a few years behind, yeah. And I'm saying this to you. I said this to FaZe, yeah. When Arteta came in, I said, you need to not put any expectations on him, no matter what. When Klopp came in, we were 8th that season. But we gave him time. There was no complaints. There was nothing, yeah. Just let us see his style of football. That's what the owners asked from Klopp. I said that to FaZe. I said, if you man there can stop talking about history like we done, your expectations, yeah, things will change. And it so happened, that's what kind of happened amongst the Arsenal fans. They started to cool off and just give him time. There was a few percent that might have been still speaking out. You can't keep everyone quiet. Now, my friend, you're making the mistake that Liverpool and Arsenal fans didn't make. You're still got the pressure on. You've got a manager that plays great football. Like, he plays great football, exciting football, and got results. But you got so much pressure. You're talking about winning Champions League straight away. Like, too much pressure. Like, establish something. Establish the football. Like, make everyone understand that when I'm coming to Spurs, that's the type of football I got to play. Like, establish something before you start talking about the big things.
So let me tell you something about my team, my brother, because I know you don't really follow.
I think he's on a wind up.
I'm gonna let me bring you up to speed real quick about Tottenham and how we see things at my club. Yeah, first of all, my team has got the only manager that came out this week and said for certain we're going to be in a title challenge next season. I didn't say it. Postecoglou came out and said it, yeah? Because we ain't trying to do Humpty Dumpty, sat on the wall and stayed on the wall. We're coming out. Do you get me? Lions, we're fire. You understand? Now, this little thing that you're doing tonight, you're shaking your bum for us.
Before you go, Deji,
that's not even a good...
Let me tell you what happened.
Can I just
carry on? When we went for trophy, we fell off. Tottenham became part of the big six. We were constantly in the top four, constantly getting Champions League football, and we rebuilt our stadium. You don't become a big six by whining and dining in some dusty trophy competition like the Carabao. No, that don't happen. Football.
That's why. And listen, and that's why.
Let me tell you about you.
You'll never get anywhere.
At this stage of the season,
can I ask you a question, Big Preach? If you were still using your Nokia 3210, would you be able to FaceTime?
What do you mean? Would I be able to FaceTime?
If you were using your Nokia,
never able to. It never had the
FaceTime.
It never had the function to FaceTime.
Right, because things have what moved on. Yes, in 1990, 1985,
I get it, you
know when we were all using Amstrad, that's when them competitions meant.
Let me tell you something. One more. Yeah, because I'm a Liverpool fan, you know, bro. I'm a Liverpool fan. Yeah, I grew up, listening to history stories. Yeah, my arguments used to be based on a history. Yeah, it's only to 2005, you know, fam. We won the Champions League. I had some sort of leverage, bruv. Yeah, you can't tell me about bad times and low times, bruv. And then remember, so I'm talking about a team with a history that's basically kind of hit rock bottom, bruv. The Roy Hodgson era is my worst nightmare. Yeah. Klopp, you see, you talking about your manager coming, talking about challenging next year. Klopp came in and said the same thing, bruv. In 3 years, Liverpool should have won the league. But you see, the difference is he did it in the calm thing. He was the one who said, "Raw, forget everything and just relax." You got too excited, bruv. You're saying you're not getting carried away. You not got carried away. You need a whole season of just being quiet and just let him do his thing, fam. You're not playing better football. I bet you.
But you know the worst thing is,
want to see that type of football at West Ham.
The worst thing is though, you know the worst thing is though, Preach, right? What baffles me about Spurs saying that certain things are not good enough is you guys, Spurs already only have the pressure of just being at the table. The only pressure you man have is that you're at the table. You're amongst like kings that have been dining and that. You get what I'm saying? And now you're saying, "Oh yeah, of course he can." Postecoglou can say what he wants. Nobody expects Spurs to win the league. There's no expectation. He has not been brought into Spurs to win the league. If he does it, bonus. That is a completely different mindset to you have to win every game you play.
No, I think
it's a completely different mindset. It's a completely different expectation. It's a completely different pressure. Do you get what I'm saying? Even like down to the players. Like these players know that, boy, if we finish in the top four, if we finish in the top four, we're good. If we win something, bloody hell, we're getting statues. Right. Do you get what I'm saying? It's completely different to Liverpool and Arsenal and United. It's a completely different landscape. So I don't understand how Spurs will sit there and say, "Oh yeah, the FA Cup ain't good enough," or "We should Carabao Cup ain't good enough," or I'm completely baffled. Like,
sorry to cut you, Yoms. And you see how you said Liverpool, United, and us, yeah? We're barely even in that conversation, and I'm humble enough to admit that we're at the table a little longer than them, man. But we ain't got as much diamonds in our fucking helmet. Pause, like, you know, we're barely there.
No, but you know what it is.
I'm still humble. Like, do you get what I mean? These men have been to one banquet. They ain't even got soup on their gown yet. They ain't even got, you know what I mean? They ain't even got no broth on their gown. And they feel like they deserve it all. So they've had
two lambs we feel like we deserve it, but we are looking up. But you know, look, the thing is, you know, life is a wonderful thing. If you don't want to do this kind of mediocrity, Yomi's gone from the top table, he's fallen off the table, and hopefully next season we won't even see you again. You know, at the rate that you man are falling down. Do you get me?
That's every man's hope, bro. That's every man's hope. That's every man's hope for you.
I'm saying to you,
but I've lived in the era of winning. I'm good. My bell full. belly full up, bruv. I'm good. But and the thing is, of course, I want United to not go through the 20-year spell that Arsenal had, the 30-year spell that Liverpool had. Of course, I want to keep ours to as short a time as minimum. But at the end of the day, like for us. For me and you, you get me? When Spurs fans talk to me, I'm still thinking to myself, hold on, what have you man done? What have you man done that we haven't recently? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finished in the second spot, you know. Mourinho finished in second spot. We've won cups. We've been in the Champions League. I don't get why Spurs fans approach United fans like as if Spurs are City.
Well, I'm not saying Spurs are City, but what we are doing is we live in a microwave world and we do things in the now. You know, it's only because of being polite that we're even having this conversation, Yomi, because your team is fully dusty, and technically, based on Man United's performances this season, you're not at the table this season.
But this is the best you've ever been.
You're not at the table.
This is the best.
Can we agree you're not at the table this year?
Right now, we're not at the table.
So I can talk it
you know the funny thing is, you know the funny thing is, you're literally praying that the English teams do well.
No, we don't care.
You're praying the English teams do well in Europe because you want that fifth spot.
No, we
want that fifth spot Champions League,
bro.
All right, go for fourth. Let's see who gets fourth, because you're talking like as if you're at the table. The funny thing is, you're only talking like you're at the table because you think fifth spot is going to get Champions League. And I pray it doesn't now.
We're doing Spotify. We're downloading music. We're not using the cassette player. You get me? And that's what you're doing. You're playing the cassette. You're playing a little CD player. Man, you ain't the same.
You're following the.
I hear what Big Preacher's saying. Liverpool doing their thing. Arsenal doing their thing, but Man U can't chat to me.
Man U, we are not the same. Man United. Let me say something. We are not the same. We've officially had 30 plus injuries now. Since Martinez got injured again, right? We're not the same. So our worst season, playing terrible football.
How have you? Oh man,
yeah, we're not the same.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
We're not the same. We're not the same at all. And this is your best year. This is your best year with the return of Jesus, and you're 6 points ahead of us.
It's not even that. It's
shocking.
Calm down.
This is your return of Jesus. This is your return of Jesus. Your best year ever, playing the best football ever.
No, I think the best year was 2016 when Leicester won the league.
No, but I'm talking about how they're talking. They're talking to United fans like as if
entirely
you ain't even at the table. We're doing this, we're doing that. You're 6 points ahead of us.
I know that Yom
on our worst year.
Everybody's dusty except his team because you're dusty and they're competing with you for a spot. West Ham are dusty and they just took a point from you. When are you going to look within? You never look with it. Look in your dressing room.
How can you say that? How can you say that, Ching?
You're competing with Man U, who are atrocious for a Champions League.
We're not competing with Man U.
You are.
I'm only speaking to Yomi because he's on the show.
Oh my, you're so disrespectful. You've been on so many shows, yeah. You was on a show, yeah, Yoms. Have you not?
On a level, I will go to Yomi and me and him will go eat Nigerian food and we will talk about Nigerian politics. That we can do.
All right, so cool. We're gonna keep it consistent. So when it comes to talking about winning trophies, you can't have chat for him.
I mean,
and this is what I'm looking at the comments. Like, this is what I'm saying. What's Destiny 5? Yeah, in the comments, Man United don't even have a sit at the big boy table anymore. Like I don't understand. Are you guys like
you know what? Let me give you let me give you an analogy, yeah. This is it, yeah. I'm a whore. I'm out here. I'm a whore. I'm sleeping with everything, and you just broke your virginity, and you're talking to me like this. That doesn't make no sense. This is
what I don't understand.
This doesn't make sense.
I'm genuinely baffled.
I understand defend your team, so I have chat for a better man. But when Liverpool and Man U men talk, I just be quiet. Do you know, I have to be quiet. When Yoms and Ash are talking about bed oils and stuff, I have to be quiet because my bed ain't set up like that. You just have to know where you're at with this.
Do you know there's teams? All right, so Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool won something, went on a 30-year hiatus.
Jeez, wow.
In the league,
yeah, went on a 30-year hiatus in the league. Come back, and you man are having the same conversation you was having in the same Like, I don't understand how I'm even hearing this, bro. 30-year hiatus.
And
Arsenal, if Arsenal win the league this year, they won the league, went on what? 17-year hiatus.
No,
16,
20 years, man.
20-year hiatus. Come back, and they're still slapping you lot up. So if I was a Tottenham fan, I would not be getting confident in my boots, leaving comments like, "Oh, these men are not at the table anymore." Da, 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 da. Because you're only at the table because that big club conversation went from the 2 clubs to the 4 clubs to the 6 clubs.
Oh, you see this table, yeah, it's a temporary table, you know, bro.
Very temporary.
It's a
Very
take it down. You
Soon I'm going to be hearing from Newcastle fans saying,
you know, when you go to the dances and they put the tables up and they put it in round the back, that's the table you're sitting on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you what we
are. Let me just finish it. Let me land. See, at the end of the season, yeah, we put our suit on, 3-piece suit, we fix the bow tie, and we go to our proper dance. Yeah. With lights and everything here, and I will stand here and admit, Man United, Arsenal, and this is gonna hurt me. Maybe even Chelsea. So City's in there now. Maybe even Chelsea. That's a real table that man enjoys and has a proper feast of food, proper champagne, and that's the table you want to be on. So the table you're talking about is temporary. I've been there, bro. I've been there. The 90s, I did all of that in the 90s, bruv. I did all of that in the 90s, fam.
And you see that hiatus that my brother's been talking about? After this season, you're going back there, you know that. So I won't be seeing you again.
Man, they actually be on the street. I don't know how it works online. I don't know how that works online. Sorry. How does that work online?
You know what's bad, yeah? I don't think you seem to understand it. I don't even want to tell you this, yeah, Deji, yeah? Because I feel like this is a part of the reason for everything going so wrong for you, yeah? He gave you a whole soliloquy, yeah, about how you need to lower your expectations. Stop talking so much. Have you not noticed, yeah, at the start of the league when you lot were doing great in your 10 games, you lot were going to win the league. You had a 10 out of the 11 players.
You can't win the league.
No, of course. I'm not putting that on you, but I'm just saying your fans, because I'm saying there's such things as football gods, and I'm telling you they strike, bro. When you were doing good for the 10, you lot were in the league. You was up for this. You had every player in the top 11, and it's been downhill since then. 2 games ago, or maybe 3 games ago, you was on here, and as you say, to quote you, violently shaking your bum. You had the audacity to bet me 50 quid that you were going to finish above us. You said that you think we're going to lose 3 games, and you're going to lose none. Since you made that statement, you ain't won a game. I'm telling you, wash your own mouth on your team. You shoot yourself in the foot constantly. You do it. Have you not noticed when you say certain things? Everything goes tits up, and you constantly do it all the time. It's
you don't know Spurs. You know you're the new like Arsenal TV, innit?
Yeah.
No, seriously, you are. Please, like, I don't go to Arsenal TV for in jokes no more, bro.
Literally,
I don't know. I can't understand how you're getting so much joke when Tottenham's actually doing. If you take a step back.
You couldn't even say it. You almost couldn't finish your sentence there.
Close, isn't it, fam? I know what you was gonna say as well. That was close.
I can't lie. Arsenal will always be back AFC to me, bro. Arsenal will always number 1.
You're losing, Deji. You stopped yourself there. You stopped yourself.
You've had the right season, mate.
But you see when you do that, yeah, you'll be free, bro. It will set you free, bro. I'm telling you, because it's changed. You need to say it, man.
I just don't understand why I'm seeing Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United shaking bums for each other. Like that is odd.
It's not. No, it's not even that.
It's not even that. Arm in arm.
It's not even that. I just spit the truth as I see it, bro. I just spit the truth as I see it.
We're
Look,
giving
Spurs
advice. We're giving. You know,
Spurs
people
are
get
having a
paid for this
fantastic
information,
season.
You know?
It's not fantastic, bro, but it's a good season.
It's a good season, right? Spurs, in comparison to last year, it's a very good season, right? It's a step in the right direction. What I'm saying, and look, everybody can pretend they don't see it, but Ange has something in it, right? And everybody outside of Spurs hopes it's a purple patch. Do you get what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, Deji, like, from your saying certain things are not good enough for your club, like, you've got to get realistic as to what the expectations are. Because, all right, here's a question: do you think that next year? Spurs are going to be in Arsenal's position now?
Look, he said we were going to be challenging. I don't know whether. I think it would be too soon to be in Arsenal's position, given that he would just be coming up to 18 months at the club, and 18 months in, Arteta was still kind of languishing. Do you get me? Allow the brother to cook, allow him to
won
test
a trophy
and learn. And he won a trophy after 2-3 games, and he got the FA Cup. If you want to call it that. But for me, what we can see is that there is definitely an improvement in our team. The way he's got us playing allows us to be optimistic for the future. I think next season we can get a trophy. The reason why I banter about the trophies is because if Tottenham won the Carabao Cup, your narrative about my club doesn't change. If we win the FA Cup, you still tell me the same thing. The only way Tottenham commands respect from any of you man on the panel is if they win the Champions League or Premier League. Tottenham can win 4 FA Cups in a row.
It depends on how you. With all due respectfully, it depends on how you celebrate. If you win
see what I'm saying? But if you win Champions League, I can shake my bum with a luminous green phone, and you man will accept it. And fine, he deserves it. But if it's the FA Cup, all of a sudden, it's contextual.
It depends. If you win the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, that is cool. Have your open top bus parade. I would say, do you know what, Spurs?
You deserve it.
Like, you deserve it. Open top bus. I will happily not drive round that part of London, innit? I'll drive around streets are blocked. I get it. But if I see a statue, do you get what I'm saying? Then it's a little bit like statues should be reserved for the Champions League. And also, do you get what I'm saying? So it just kind of depends. But I think if you guys win something, I actually think that you'll be surprised at the amount of people that say, actually, do you know what? Yeah, like Spurs, like, yeah, good.
And you got to remember as well, you're talking like our teams, like we've won these cups many times as well, like, so we would put because this is like we put our youth players in these games, in it, so you feel like we don't rate it like that, yeah.
Well, you don't. That's why you're playing your youth players.
It's like it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity.
In competitions.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like if the FA Cup was the only game to play for, like trophy to win, do you know what I'm saying? Most likely we're gonna put a strong.
Can I ask you a question? You see the changes you made in the Carabao Cup final? Quickly, this is the last thing, and I won't deal because people are leaving the show because of my comments on the cup. And to be honest, I could give it that. So I don't even give it that. But you see the changes you man made in the Carabao Cup final. If that was the Champions League final, given the same context, the same injuries, the same blah blah blah, do you make those changes? Yes or no?
Yeah, you have to.
You will bring on your youths in the Champions League final against Real Madrid or Man City. Those 5 changes, those 5 kids that you brought on, they would play the Champions League final.
It was a necessity, though.
Yeah.
That's all they had on their bench.
Like you just mentioned, but you mentioned our environment, all the injuries and that, so we didn't have much of a choice. Like you just said it, like, so if that was the same situation,
I think it's what doesn't make.
You've got to go for it, innit?
If he cared about the competition, I don't think he makes those changes.
But the man, they were celebrating like crazy. What do you mean?
And so if you could see
the gram, bros, the gram line.
Yeah, if you could see an opening, is it me who's?
What do you mean?
Who's got a bad perception?
All right, fair. All right, no problem. It was just a genuine question.
I don't know. I don't know. It is a tough one. I get what Deji's trying to say. Like,
makes changes to win. He makes changes to win the game.
Oh, it is circumstantial. I think that's why he made those changes. But I hear what you're saying. You would not really, if the circumstance was different, you would never play the youth in the Champions League final. No way. There's no way. That's all.
If a player gets injured and that's all he has available on the
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's contextual because, like, I agree in it. Like, on one hand, yeah, them man had no choice but to play the youth. Use them. But real talk, if it was a Champions League final, go on.
But even if they did, like, sometimes you've got to pick your poison, innit? Yeah, sometimes you got to say, all right, cool. These guys have got X amount of mileage left in them. I'm not gonna play these men for 90 minutes when I know that we're also going for the Premier League. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when I know that we're also going for the Premier League and this, I think at the time Liverpool were fighting on 4 fronts, right?
Yeah.
So you can't because you know injuries, innit? You've got the data in sports science now is unreal. You've got these guys like from the sports science department saying, all right, Jurgen, this guy here, he's got about 2 games in him before he's flat out, and the injury's gonna be crazy. He's gonna be out for 2 months. So if Jurgen then plays that guy 90 minutes per game in the next 2 games, and that injury comes, guess who the owners are going to be knocking on the door of? Hold on, the department told you we can't play. We need to be winning the league this year. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes
that comes from experience as well, because when he first came, he thought that they could do this all season, run up and down all season. He thought that, and he realized that now.
And I feel like that's what Ten Hag is finding out now. Ten Hag's finding out running in the Dutch league and running in the Premier League are 2 completely different things. You play Lisandro Martinez for 55 games last year, and then play him gun hold at the beginning of the season, and look now, man can't move. He comes in 1 game, he's injured again for the rest of the season. Same with Casemiro. Same with like all of these players. Like when the sports department is saying they don't have that many games left in them. So yeah, I can see why Klopp did that.
Comes the Wrap It Up box. It's like being the director of an awards show.
Sorry, wrong button. Sorry, my bad. I heard injuries again. I thought, oh, what's going on here? Deji, you have to roll.
It's true though.
Deji, you have to roll, yeah?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man, because I love this. I love the debates. I love the back and forth. Big preach, big up to you, Yoms, big up to you, Chinks, big up. Look, please, my bro, actually, please invite me back next week, Wednesday, because we need to finish this off. Nicky, big up to you as well. The realest West Ham brother that I've ever met.
Big up Smoke.
Yeah, and I'll see you lot all next week.
Big up, Dej, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, big up Deji, man. Big up Deji each and every time. I wanna talk about a comment that Mr. Box Office used to make. And Toon Tactics, if you're in the chat, you can jump in now if you want. I don't know if you can hear me. But yeah, basically, he would always say Haaland is an overrated, bang average John Carew. Now, do you guys agree? Is Haaland average? Because obviously Roy Keane came out and we threw up in the group that he said he's nothing but a two league
2 player.
Yeah, League 2, sorry, a League 2 player. Do you guys agree with this statement? Do you think Haaland is average?
Man, like Toon Tactics, though.
Oh, Toon Tactics. Start off Tactics. Welcome.
Yeah, looking like my favorite wrestler. Yeah.
Hey, yo!
Bad boy.
No diddy. Can you guys see me? Because I can't. Can you guys hear me? I can't see myself on the screen though. Is it a different layout or not? Yeah, man. But otherwise, all good. All good to see you guys, man. Haaland. What's the question again? Remind me.
Is he average? Because that's what.
No.
Saying.
Off the ball. Off the ball. He said off the ball. Keane said.
No, just average. Is he average? Because that's what he was calling it.
No. I think the way Keane said off the ball,
He did. He said finishing is good, but
off the ball.
It's difficult to say because unless any of you guys seen him a match at Dortmund, I haven't personally, because I think he had a slightly different game in Dortmund. Obviously, they were a bit more transitional, and he's never really been in a team where he's asked to do like link up play per se. I think Man City are trying to. I think they're almost caught in between two things: the link-up play and transitional play. They don't quite want to do the transitional play because they don't need to do transitional play. They can keep the hold of the ball. You take it off them. You try to do that, but that's not really Haaland's game. That's not really Haaland's strength. He's more. If he played, for instance, for Man United actually, and probably for Newcastle, he'd probably do a lot more better and get a lot more ratings because there's a lot more kind of. In fact, Liverpool. He'll be absolutely devastating at Liverpool in terms of. I think they'll cater a lot more to his.
Hey, Preach is saying no straight away. Preach, come put your shit, go on.
He doesn't work hard enough. Not because of ability, but he don't work enough
in the system, innit?
It depends what. It depends what.
Someone said it as well. One of the pundits was saying it as well that like he wouldn't make it at Liverpool because he works.
But people forget that he's.
I think that's all gas. That's all gas now, though. That's all gas now. That he's having a little bit of a dry run. Like last year, absolutely nobody would have said that.
Yeah, because he's scoring goals. It's like Trent, innit?
It makes up for it.
And then all of a sudden, he's not a great defender. Like it gets highlighted, innit? At some point, like it takes a while, innit? You need to get an average number at least, so it takes a while. I'm saying everyone's a one season wonder until they do it the second time, innit? Like,
but what do people want? Because Liverpool fans, for instance, we're talking about him not going to Liverpool. They love Nunes, who doesn't score goals, but he works hard and he's Captain Chaos, but he gets slated for not scoring goals. I say take Haaland, who scored goals. You say, but he doesn't work hard. Like it's kind of like a no-win situation for Haaland.
Nunes don't get slated for not scoring goals. You get slated for not like.
For missing sitters.
Like you're better than what you're showing us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what
his numbers are decent though, Pete.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're increasing. Yeah, they're getting better. But that's what you used to get.
It is better.
Yeah,
it's already better.
Yeah.
It's already
at the risk of getting laughed out of the shop here, that year that we didn't get Sancho, I watched Dortmund in it because I'm watching out this Sancho guy in it.
Yeah.
And Haaland is a monster, bro. Transitional play, whatever he wants to play. I've got the feeling that Pep is so rigid. He says this is where you need to be, and this is what you need to do. And when it's not working, he still wants you to do it. So Haaland, the only, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on the Spurs podcast. The only striker for me that is better than Haaland is Kane.
Yeah, come on.
Do you get me? But and that's because Kane plays two roles pretty much. But Haaland for me, he's an absolute beast. He's a monster.
I'll put Lewandowski. I'll probably put Lewandowski above Haaland as well.
So since because Liverpool, would you say you play like you're a system-based team, Preach? Would you say?
Yeah.
Because I like to say we're a system-based team, and this is what annoys me about the whole we need a striker and all of that. He'll score goals. I'm not disrespecting Haaland. He'll score goals fucking anywhere. He could play for fucking Luton and then score goals. I'm not disrespecting him on that aspect. But having him in your
Chelsea,
team, and anywhere, bro, that's disrespectful.
Chelsea kill strikers, though they do.
Having him anywhere, like he'll score the goals, but he takes from the system. Do you get what I mean?
But
depends on the system, though.
Chinks, do you think though with Pep though, does he ever really do well with target man? Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for instance, I can't think of too many, but like maybe I don't think he ever has a system that does well with kind of target man type of strikers. I don't know why he bought. I know it sounds silly now because they won the treble, but I almost wonder why he bought Haaland in the first place. Because I thought about Zlatan. Obviously, he wasn't that great with Eto, even though he's a slightly different striker. He's not really necessarily a target man, but those big personalities, those big goal scorers, he doesn't really do well with them.
He was with David Villa, though. David Villa was.
He was.
He was accommodating. He'd go out to the left if need be. Like, do you know what I mean? And you know what? You're 100% right here, Toon. But then it's just like, bro, the guy fucking wins everything everywhere he fucking goes. So who the fuck can say anything? Like, this system-based approach works everywhere. He's won, 4 out of 5 in the league.
But he's killed. Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm probably the only United fan that will maybe put Pep above Ferguson, right?
Fuck off.
The numbers,
fuck off, man.
the numbers.
Off,
no, I'm talking about Premier League managers, Ferguson, right? Overall managers, I'm saying possibly Pep.
No,
they have the argument. He has the argument. He has the argument. At least I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he has the argument. But one thing I do say about Pep.
Sorry to cut you, Yums. Nah, man. He's had the best players in the world everywhere he's been. Basically, Fergie ain't had that. You're discrediting Fergie, man. He's done it with nobody.
You say that, but he's built. You say that, but he's built teams, and he's taken teams. He's taken teams beyond what the realms of what we even thought was possible.
You know, so maybe it's my bias. I just don't like the cunt. I can admit that. Sorry,
but he does kill a lot of things, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see long shots in the Premier League anymore. Everyone is getting to the byline, attacking the space, and doing cutbacks. It's boring now. Like,
it's efficient though. It's efficient football. The percentage of that long shot going in is way lower than the cutback, supposedly. It's efficient football.
Yeah,
it's boring though, I will say.
It's a bit.
What do you say, Yoms? The system's killing the game. Like, you're losing the Mavericks, you're losing that kind of stylistic. You know, when you used to watch football, you used to be like, "Oh my days, look at that player! Wow, what a player that is! Rare." Now, like, you look at players and you're like, do they fit the system? Do you know what I'm saying? Are they? Is it all being coached out of all these young players? Like, you look at Bellingham, obviously he's a good technical player, but if we compare it to maybe some of the players back in the day, does he kind of stack up to some of the greats that we look at?
Sorry, Toon Tactics here, but can you remember that Rooney belter where he's talking to the referee, the ball comes
Yeah.
Gerrard.
Yeah.
Skulls from the edge of the box, like crossbar volley.
Foden just done that.
Foden done that today. Yeah. Foden done that today.
Foden done that today on the edge of the box, yeah. But guaranteed, that's not what Pep wants him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what the commentator said as well?
Going.
Foden reminds him of Gascoigne.
Yeah.
So
I could agree with that. I could agree with that. To be fair,
it's still there.
Yeah, but it's not happening. It's not happening as much. And Foden's goal was on the edge of the box, but it's not the same as like when Gerrard was doing it, when Scholes was doing it. You had people like what's his name for Liverpool?
Gerrard.
No,
before Gerrard.
Before Gerrard.
Yeah. Am I thinking of Patrick Berger?
Patrick Berger, yeah, Patrick Berger.
Do you get what I'm saying? Players like that will just smack the ball or like just instinctively do stuff. Like, I don't know. But
it's a bit of both, because at the same time he managed. Remember, Guardiola managed Barcelona with Messi and Iniesta, and that wasn't all robotic, mechanic, system-based stuff. That was some of the most epic things that we've ever seen individual players do. I think the ideal balance people want is a system and a bit of obviously individuality, because we kind of maybe because we're all that kind of age, we'll kind of look at those things, those days of rose-tinted glasses, and say those individual brilliances. But without systems, you know, if you look back at those games now, you also see that there was a lot of games that are very poor quality.
Yeah, basketball games, like
it was just
no guarantee. And you know what the mad thing is, Toon? All of these players we named, like Gerrard, this guy, that guy. There's a guy in one of Pep's teams we don't even fucking remember who's won more than all of them. Do you know what I mean?
What are we saying? Like, Yaya Toure was a prime example of where Pep kind of just said, "Look, I don't even want." They kind of fell out. But Yaya Toure at one point, he was a machine. He was the boss of bosses in terms of banging from outside the box, dictating physicality, had pace, control, good touch, passing.
Yeah, and Pep didn't like him.
Pep did not like him.
Pep didn't like him because he wouldn't. He's saying, "No, I can beat these three man and shoot and score." And Pep saying, "No, I want a pass here. Here's the system,
and then we score."
You get it, like.
Yeah, but when you match up against equally good opponents, you ain't gonna be able to just jinky past three man and top bins it.
But the thing is, how do you beat low blocks? Sometimes you beat low blocks. Yes, you can beat it through passing, through system.
Kai Havertz.
Through This is what we're doing now.
Sorry. It's past my bedtime. I'm being silly. Sorry.
But you know what? I find watching Man City boring sometimes. I can't lie. It sort of reminds me of watching Spain in the World Cup.
Nah, you're on a wind up, Nicky. You're on a wind up. Mr. David Moyes, he's boring. I'm sick of this boring football.
I find watching City boring, bro. It's a fact. I do, bro. It's the same shit.
So who do you enjoy watching?
Liverpool, bro. Fact.
Hey, preach. Hear that?
Liverpool are a good team to watch, bro. They are. Every game.
I enjoy watching City. It was what play football.
I find a passing team too much. Grealish is scared. You know, Jack Grealish is actually shook to shoot. He knows that Pep will kill him in the dressing room.
You know what it is, but I hear you, yeah. But you're not a City fan, innit? Because we kind of adopt that play sometimes. But it's nice just watching us, and you know, like this is the team, and we're just like this on their neck.
Maybe that's just. I think
87 minutes, and we're just like they're this close to death, and we're just choking them.
I think I'm a little bit worried about you, bro.
No pauses. Man was just diddying it all the way, boy.
Sorry.
And you shaking.
Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool and even Newcastle. When Newcastle are on form, they're actually good to watch. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to see that live. And
you know, can
Whoa. I walked into that head
live at the Sports Direct Stadium.
Sorry, since we're on Newcastle, yeah, can I throw a crazy theory in? Yeah,
go on.
I think Isak's better than Haaland.
I fully agree. Still,
am I insane?
Depends what you want, isn't it? In a striker, like you can't.
Sorry. So let me just answer a question. You said, "Am I insane?" Was that the question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
But the thing is, they're both around almost the same age, I think, as well. They're both 22, 23. They have different attributes, different skills. If anything, people are comparing Isak a lot more to Henry in his profile. In terms of accomplishments, Haaland's accomplished much more in terms of Isak, and Isak's still got a way to go. But he's definitely heading in that right direction, and people can see the profile of player and what he is. And I think when you're looking at Erling Haaland and Isak, and I think it's a good argument actually, because I think that's what people are asking Erling Haaland to be more of, a link-up player and do that kind of stuff. But it doesn't always necessarily. Not all players can be the same, and we're kind of bemoaning the systems and lack of individuality. But we're not celebrating individuality. We're not celebrating Haaland for being Haaland, and Isak for being Isak, and Salah for being Salah.
Would you swap Isak for Haaland?
Ooh, question. I like it.
Oh man.
Sheesh, bro.
Yeah. Because in audio, I understood all that you said, yeah, but I didn't really hear an answer.
No, I wouldn't.
I'd take Isak over Haaland at Arsenal.
But our system is different. I think Haaland would love to play for Newcastle in terms of what we'd be asking of him to do. It's a little bit different. I'm not saying in terms of is he going to win trebles at Newcastle, but in terms of a style of play, he probably prefer to play at Newcastle.
Now he would.
Now he would.
You don't ask him that question when he's scoring 3 hat-tricks in a row and say, who would you rather play for?
No,
this is what I'm saying. Like, people are looking at snapshots in time, and people forget that he came to England, and what did he get? 36 goals in his first year. 50 close to 50 in all comps. You ask him that last year, and categorically, no, I'm fine where I am.
Just touching that, if I forget, you know, Wayne Rooney a few months ago said in an interview, I forgot where he said it, but he said that at United, when he used to drop back into midfield, right, and Fergie would kill him, get forward. Rooney said if he scored 2 goals, but he didn't feel involved, have a dirty shirt and feel involved, he felt as though he didn't enjoy the game, because he felt he got more pleasure out of assisting, running around, tracking back, all rounder, than getting 2 tap-ins.
That's his.
Haaland,
That's a personality issue though, because Van Nistelrooy,
So
Van Nistelrooy the same thing though, right? Van Nistelrooy, the complete reverse.
So I wonder if Haaland enjoys having 2 touches for a whole match.
No, he doesn't.
Or getting 2 goals.
He doesn't.
I guarantee you
got told off for that.
But bro, you can't score 5 goals on 2 touches. You ask him if he enjoy. You ask him.
Exaggerating.
Yeah, you ask him. You ask him after he scored 5 goals in a game if he enjoyed that game. And I guarantee you, he'll be saying, yeah.
No, and I hear you, and goals is like the best currency, yeah. But I rate that from Rooney because I would say Rooney brings more to the team than Haaland. Haaland just makes
who you've already got though, and that's
not true. But I think Haaland's goals make up for what he doesn't bring to the team. And I'm not saying he's not possible of doing it because I didn't watch him in Dortmund. But I'm saying now in the Premier League, it sounds so corny. Yeah, I heard Edu say this year. He said after one of our games, he said our players have to transmit something. So there's something that they must transmit when they're playing, innit? And like they were like Ivan Toney doesn't transmit like what other Arsenal players transmit. They're all for one for all. They all work hard. They all run for each other. Like everybody was giving Jesus flack the other day because he didn't square a ball, but they didn't count into fact that we were playing 5-3-2 and that he was dropping into the midfield. We had Kivior who just played 120 minutes for Poland and he was fucking tracking back, helping him like no one's business. Do you get what I mean? So even without the goal scoring, he's still very beneficial to the team. When you remove that from Haaland, like if you see what you just said,
you see what you just said there, Chinks, right? The reason why I disagree fundamentally with that, is because like the great Alex Ferguson said, right, when he bought Michael Carrick and everybody was asking him, why did you buy Michael Carrick? Yeah, he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't do that. Yeah, the simple answer in it, I play players for what they can do, not what they can't. Yeah, so Haaland, we know in the box, giving the ball in the box, absolute killer in it. Right, so I'm not concerned whether or not I think Harry Kane is a better player. Harry Kane I swear one year he got 20 goals and 20 assists. That's unreal, unheard of, nuts. But he had to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Ideally, Harry Kane shouldn't have to do that. Either he's going to get the assists and be deep and play into a striker, a number 9, or he's going to be the number 9 and somebody's going to play into him, innit? He shouldn't have to be the number 9 and the number 10. Do you get what I'm saying? So play players for what they can do, not what they can't. And Haaland, for what he can do, for me, I think he's probably the best in the world at it.
I hear you, but then it's like they've played 2 games against us and he's done diddly squat.
I think that's down to your defense as well, though. I think the defenders really stepped up that game and showed them who was boss and made them look super average. And I think that's why the comment came up, because everyone was being reactive as opposed to looking at what he'd done in the actual season. How he's like contributed in the seasons so far, and so far he's the top goal scorer.
And to be fair, a lot of these ex United stars just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they do.
That's the truth.
You know why we're defending
from an era. Roy Keane's from an era where if this ain't working for me, I'm just gonna do this. That don't have this system-based football that we have now that Pep really employs, and Pep would rather lose his way than win your way.
But it's why a lot of them. Right? It's why a lot of them, to be honest, weren't even successful in management. I think quite a few of them, they weren't able to adapt.
Roy was
successful in management.
Man repeated it. He's no wonders at Sunderland. What do you mean?
No, okay, he did okay. But remember, the key part of what Ferguson is being able to adapt and to be proactive and adapt and not reacting to the times. So exactly what Yoms is saying, like Keane is talking to him. Even if you hear Rio Ferdinand sometimes talking, he's talking from an era of 10, 15 years ago, which is so shocking and surprising. And you can see why they haven't progressed and improved. So they've got all the, they've seen a great leader from Ferguson and were inspired to be managers, but they didn't catch on to the skill that it takes to in terms of tactics, strategy, and where the game's evolving to. They just thought, nah, we're still going to do what we know to do, and the game has changed. There was an argument, for instance, about number 10s and why some people not rating Jude Bellingham, for instance, and saying he's not your typical number 10 in terms of like a Mesut Ozil and whatnot. And that is true. But I think Jude Bellingham is a symbol of where that number 10 role is. It's no longer a Mesut Ozil where you can do the tricks and stuff like that. You have to be able to play across not only the front three, but the centre mid three, and be able to link that up and work hard. So it's why he's such a unicorn, is that you can get really athletic. Well, and actually Rodri, but he's not number 10, but where you got someone who's really athletic and strong, usually aren't that really creative to his point, which is still working at
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that technical, that's why he's such a unicorn. Whereas, so for instance, a Maddison is technical, but he's not as athletic and as strong. That's why Jude is so different. We saw Foden today. I think he's a number 10. I think he should stop being playing in the left. I think he's an incredible number 10. And so there's that argument, he's not a number 10. Jude is not a number 10.
Though, bro.
Exactly. But he's
great problem to have, isn't it?
A great problem to have. So Jude is a number 10, but he's a very, very modern number 10. He's not the number 10 of old. He's not, Mesut Ozil and all the other stuff.
They were luxury players. Sorry to switch subject. Kobe Manu is class. Might waste his career at Broken United. I think that's nonsense. I think Manu's your Saka. It sounds silly, but I think he is.
Listen, him and Lewis Miley are gonna be talking to each other for the next 10, 15 years to come. But he's a really good player, mainly. Really good player.
What about Hall? Your guy Hall?
Yeah, man. He had a decent game. He had a good game actually against what's that team again? West Ham. And then the other one. And then
Moyes again, by the way. But anyway,
again, talking about modern, he's a very modern fullback. So he's not even a fullback. When throughout his young career at Chelsea, he was a DM or a left winger, and but they want to use his skill set as at left back. But the thing is, he hasn't got the defensive qualities, i.e., Trent Alexander, and so Howard decided you're not going to be playing until we get you up on those defensive qualities. People were saying, because they didn't want to meet contract agreements. He just wasn't very good defensively. And he's taken him off for 6 months. He's not, now you're seeing the whole way. You can see he's very positionally aware and becoming a lot more defensively sound. And the rest of it is easy for him, taking on the ball, making the right passes. He's able, with his technical qualities.
This bores me.
I want to change the subject. Lovely. I mean, I can't. I just want to bring Big Peach in again, because this question was asked in the group, and I was going to throw it in there real quick, and it was about a certain Maddison or McAllister, because we're on that kind of 10 subject. What is your thoughts? And guys in the chats, let me know. I should have said this a lot earlier, but it had to wait for the chat to manifest, to marinate. And so, what is your thoughts? McAllister doing what he's doing as an 8, or Maddison doing what he's doing as 8? Minutes for minutes, take injuries out aside. What are you telling me? What's your opinion?
I mean, it's like, I don't want it to sound like I'm being biased, but McAllister, man, come, like I was saying. In the group.
What are you doing here, kind of thing? Is it like that? Yeah.
Like his World Cup performance alone is like, Maddison hasn't had that moment like that at such a big
when you say a moment, can you be specific? I just want to understand.
Like the whole tournament, like Messi, like, gave McAllister praise for how his contribution to the World Cup win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the World Cup. So basically,
disingenuous.
Oh no, I'm asking the question. I'm sure if Maddison played with Messi, he'll be winning World Cups too.
Fuck off too.
So what you're saying is, because he's done the World Cup, that kind of edges him into greatness over Maddison.
I'm saying because of his performance at the World Cup, have you seen Maddison do something like that for that time period?
As Mad has done this, as he the net.
You got to be real. The McAllister and Enzo changed the World Cup for because Argentina didn't look great when they started, and then when them two came in and was on their thing, that it changed the World Cup for Argentina. So I get what Preacher's saying. Like that his performance in the World Cup was insane, and I think he's been good for Liverpool.
And it doesn't depend on the question, because there's no way a man's telling me that McAllister's a better number 10 than Maddison.
Yeah.
And there's no way that man's telling me that Maddison's a better all-round midfielder than McAllister.
This is it.
I think it's suitable. You know what's mad? I think you lot could do with a McAllister, Spurs. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, who they playing there at the moment? Who's Spurs playing there at the moment?
We've got Bentancur there as an 8, and we've got Sarr as the 8 as well. But a lot of fans,
Sarr started the season.
A lot of fans are screaming for Basuma to play the 8 rather than the 6, because they're saying he's not a 6. But I've got a conspiracy theory that I thought in the first 10 games we were a lot more gun ho, and I thought between Sarr and Basuma they rotated a lot. So sometimes Sarr was the 6 when Basuma went forward and he was box to box, and then vice versa. When Sarr went forward, Basuma would play the 6. But now it feels like Basuma is just a 6, and he's not doing that rotation anymore. He's just there to protect. And I don't know, it's because of what happened after those 10 games. All of a sudden, our team became a little bit more pragmatic. Do you know what I'm saying? Because people still think, just on hold, we're super well. Why are we conceding poor goals? But I just feel like since Basuma's not risking as much, I feel like he's just a 6 now. And so the 8 toss-up, is between Bentancur and Sarr. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wouldn't be mad if McAllister came in, because I think he's got different strings to his bow. But for me, for argument's sake, I was gonna bring this up because I was like, let me look at the stats. I'm not a stats man. I like to watch the game, and obviously you will watch Liverpool a lot closer than I do. And as you guys said, the 8 and the 10, they're doing 2 different roles. So the stats I brought up will kind of justify that kind of conversation. And obviously, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll have to read it.
Hell, bro. Man brought up a whole Excel spreadsheet.
I respect the dedication. I respect it.
I won't put video clips, but
I logged off work at 5 o'clock, bro.
All right. So what stats do you want to hear? Goals? Look, goals and assists. GA. McAllister's got 8 goals, and then Maddison's got 11. Let's talk about the 90s.
What's the appearances?
The appearances. So 90 minutes played. All right. The appearances, matches played.
Okay.
Is McAllister's got 24. I don't know if you can see that.
That's not 24. That much more, though.
And then Maddison's got 20. Not too much more, yeah. So starts 23, 20. But minutes wise, he's got 1,899, 1,506. But when you talk about GA, McAllister's got 8. And Maddison still wins on 11.
But that's natural for a 10, though, right?
Yeah, this is what you expect. You expect the numbers to be a lot higher. But then, like, as you said, as a all-round midfielder, if you go down to, like, metrics like passing, then that's where you start to see McAllister attempts a lot more. He completes a lot more medium passes as well. And then also, in terms of long balls, not too much in it, but Maddison just edges him in terms of attempts. Complete the same number. In terms of, like, defensive actions, then we're going to look at blocks. Yeah. McAllister wins, attacking third. McAllister, defensive third, tackles 1, tackles and interceptions. McAllister all day. So it depends on what you want your player to do. In terms of the last point, I would say is carries. So successful carries, Maddison all day attempts. He does more, and he's more successful at it. That's it really. So, but yeah, man, that was what we spoke about in the actual in the group. So I was wanted to quickly bring it up because I know times are a bit of an issue. And also I wanted to quickly move away from that and talk about Man United, bro. Because how can we not talk about Man United, bro? I know we've got a Chelsea fan here, but we need to talk about Man U. Like, I don't know.
This is. Do you know what the most frustrating thing about being a United fan? Yeah, we don't get afforded the opportunity to just chill. Like, like just let us. You get me? Like, just let us just chill, bruv. All the clickbait, all the continuous discussion on Sky Sports, like, just let us chill. Like, we are good.
I thought you were going to talk about Ten Hag like doing dodgy dealings and that, but okay, we'll talk about the Brentford game still.
Wait, Yomi, question. I have a question for you.
But everybody's awake again now.
I have to get through it quickly.
I know. You get enough ratings from me, Rupert. You're here every week.
I come back.
They love it. Question, Yomi.
This didn't bring it up, but yeah, it's amazing, man.
Nicky's been quiet for 45 minutes.
And the worst thing is, me and Nick here, I swear down, it's probably let me not overegg it. Probably like twice a week. Yeah, Nick comes for me about about United. Yeah, bro. I'm thinking to myself. By the time it comes to Wednesday, we've already had all.
Question: Was you worse against Brentford on Saturday, or worse against Newcastle earlier in the season? Those are the worst games I've seen you play in the history of him in the Premier League.
We was worse against Brentford.
Was he?
Yeah. We was worse against Brentford, and the reason why we was worse.
Are you a piss taker, Nick?
What I'm saying.
With these questions, what was the one? I'm just gonna highlight the two shittest times I've ever seen you play since we're talking about.
No, because Newcastle killed them in that match.
Yeah, but we was worse against Brentford.
Hey, Toon, like, can you agree to that?
But we made, I think maybe he's pointing towards the overall like domination of that game. Like, you know, Brentford just it's interesting because Brentford are known for parking the bus against teams, and I heard this analogy before. But when they came to Man United, they didn't care. It was straight up disrespect.
No. What happened against Brentford was Brentford sensed that United were there for the taking. There was something going on with United, and Brentford was like, okay, if you guys are not going to attack, then we may as well just go and attack. But the worst thing is, for all the shots they had crazy amounts of shots, but Onana didn't really have anything to do. Onana didn't make any great saves. Like they weren't really troubling the actual goal itself. Do you get what I'm saying? They hit the post a couple of times, fair play to them. And then when we nicked the goal through Mason Mount, Wan-Bissaka just switched off at left back. And if you don't keep up with your line, eventually you're gonna get somebody running from deep pause, and they're gonna score a goal, and that's just what happened. So yeah, for me, it was a terrible performance. There's definitely something going on in that dressing room, but it just kind of is what it is. That's chill, innit?
What players would you keep next season? Names?
Yeah.
All right, what players would I keep next season? I would keep Dalot stays for me.
Yeah, I agree.
What's his name? Centre back that's always injured.
Martinez
stays for me.
5'8" Martinez.
What about Varane? Would you keep Varane?
No, I wouldn't.
I'm
The only reason I wouldn't keep Varane is because I think the summer's a real opportunity to get some really good centre backs in.
I don't know why you guys like Martinez though.
There's a lot of good centre backs because when he plays, we just
He's a good player, man.
We just look a lot more sure at the back.
5'8", like.
So was Cannavaro.
Doesn't matter. You play well. And to be fair, if you look up Martinez when he plays, we don't leak goals, and he's just got that mentality about him. Somebody sent something about oozing something. Martinez oozes that all day, every day. Every time he plays well.
That's perspiration. That's not anything. Anything water related.
Obviously, Mainu I would keep. I would get rid of Rashford. Haaland I'll keep.
I wouldn't.
I think because of the timing, Fernandes has to stay. You can't have too much disruption in one, and there's players that we've got to get rid of ahead of him. I think what's his name's insane. At right.
Is it Diallo or Ahmad?
Nah,
Bissaka.
Nah, Argentinian dude.
Garnacho. Insane.
Garnacho's a player, man.
No, he's not.
Garnacho's a player, bro.
He's not.
I like Garnacho,
man. You don't like Garnacho.
You disrespect him, Nick. You disrespect him, Nick. But if he wasn't in a red shirt, Nick, you would like him. If he was in a blue shirt, you'd be looking at him.
He's good, man.
Garnacho's because you got Bowen though. Because you got Bowen while you're saying that, but he's not. He's not as good as he could be. He's on the up.
You see, Bro was doing all that celebrating, innit? He was doing all of that celebrating and that, all that Masonic celebrating and that. Yeah. Like, what happened when
Spider-Man, boy?
What did he do when at the end of the game? Like, what celebration was he doing at the end of the game?
Who done that?
Who Bowen? Like, he was doing that mad Spider-Man.
Bowen.
Yeah. What did he do?
Mate, Reece Nelson to me is better than Garnacho.
No.
You're having a laugh.
He is.
No.
I mean, he is, bro. Like, week in, week out, Reece Nelson.
Are you not ashamed of yourself?
Week in, week out.
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Garnacho's a player.
Right, so I said to Yomi,
I feel like the pression's really kicked in.
I see football. I see my view of football is different from a lot of men. Yeah,
it's been scarred by Moyes, man.
I am the special one.
I get a lot of things right. He asked Yomi, I get a lot of things right. Yeah, I said, yeah, I make a prediction. The next manager after Ten Hag will not keep Garnacho.
That's just nah.
Dude,
it's
not what?
The next manager after Ten Hag won't keep Garnacho. Respectfully, Nick. Respectfully, yeah. The next manager after Ten Hag hasn't got a choice, bro.
Remember I said this.
Hasn't got a choice. Garnacho has to play. He hasn't got a choice. His choice is Anthony.
No, but he'll buy players, bro.
No, he's not going to buy a winger, bro. United financial fair play is not affording United the ability to go and spend 250 million, and we need centre back, left wing, DM, right back. Like there's 6 or 7 positions we need ahead of that position, bro. It's not.
This is the issue. Like you man buy. Like if like Endo costs what 12 million. Endo. Mm-hmm. He's been better than Caicedo, better than Enzo. So
the Liverpool Endo.
Yeah, Endo's been.
Yeah, but they're going into better environments, man. That's not fair.
And but also you're going on like the shop is the shop, bruv. Like when you go to Sainsbury's, yeah, the donuts cost £5 regardless of who buys them, bruv. When you go into the market and you're United, that £5 donut becomes £15. Like that's just how it is. Everybody just knows there's a United tax. Like it just exists.
I reckon you should go Ivan Toney, sell Haaland. He's shit to me.
Haaland is shit. Yeah, how is Haaland shit now? I just don't get it. Like, what are we doing there, bruv? Oh my god.
Man.
Haaland is shit. How is Haaland shit? I don't get it.
Like you man got to buy.
Who's better, Haaland or Mikel Antonio?
Huh? You say Antonio?
All day, bro.
The right back. The guy used to play right back.
Yeah, all day, bro.
Mikel Antonio is better on podcast than he is.
I watch Jamaica's number 9, the reggae boy.
No, but on the real though, all back to the side. What don't you like about Rasmus? What don't you like about Rasmus?
No, wait, Yomi. You know better than I'm gonna hear you. My is
Jamaica's number 9 is better than £80 million striker.
I get a lot of things right there.
I give on the real. I give Nick ratings. Yeah, I give Nick ratings, and even in the group when Ash said that he needs a West Ham fan, I said I got a sick West Ham fan.
Yeah,
right? I give Nick will tell you about football in the 70s. Yeah,
I get a lot of things. Right,
but what don't you like about Rasmus? Because I've got to hear this.
But with me, yeah, I get things right way before it happens. I'm talking 2 years, 3 years before it happens. Yeah. So right now, I get why you're laughing. I get you. But normally, in the end, I'm always right with this, bro.
No.
Sorry, Yom, let me go, please. In 2 to 3 years, Antonio.
No. I'll give you an example. Yeah.
Antonio's gonna be Haaland, bro.
Example. When I make predictions, yeah, and I give receipts. You know me today. I said Sancho was shit at Dortmund. Remember that? Yes or no?
He worked.
You did say Sancho. You said Sancho
thought-
was
I
not. You
thought-
said he's not going to do well. You said he's not going to do well.
I said that. I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I get that. I hear that. I'm not saying you've never got anything, but what I want to understand is, what don't you like about Rasmus Haaland?
Haaland, oh mate,
It looked like his acne.
Because the guy puts in the work. He scores goals. I don't.
He scores goals. Mate, he scored like 7 out of 30 goals. 7 out of 30.
No, but you're talking the Premier League, right? Everyone thinks about this thing where he didn't score in the Premier League for time, but the dude was scoring in the Champions League. The dude was scoring when he got off the mark at United. He scored 6 in 6 before he got injured. He's come back. He's had one game since then. I don't understand where this whole Rasmus Haaland is rubbish. United at the moment are not in a good place where you can fully judge Rasmus Haaland. But at the same time, he's the one. If there's anything positive about United at the moment, it's Haaland. Well, and Mainu. That Haaland, Mainu, and Thingbob, right? Those three. The other one you don't like. They're dope, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, brother. We'll see in
it. I hate them guys, you know. They say, oh, yeah, I'm going to say this. In 2 to 3 years, we'll see.
I've got so many predictions that I've given you that I've like. Kai Havertz came Chelsea 2021. Was it 70 mil? I said it was shit. Look at him now, bro. I always get things right, bro. Trust me.
Ask me this, yeah. Ask me this. Chelsea are playing the mid of the season, the clash of
middle.
Yeah.
Man U versus Chelsea. Who do you think is going to take it?
2-2 all day, any day of the week.
It's a draw, yeah.
Draw.
Wait, what was the score when we played Chelsea earlier this year?
2-1 to Man United.
Yeah.
What was the prediction for our game?
3-1, and I was right at one point, but Moyes fucked up.
Do you know what, Nick, you want to see me in the group. You want to see me in the group. As soon as it went 3-1, I posted in the group. Nick predicted 3-1. As soon as I wrote that,
you didn't see Lewis Hall coming. That was it, innit? Like,
Moyes saw you man have injuries. You had 4 injuries in 10 minutes. You were down 3-1. He thought, you know what, this game's done. I'll put on Phillips. Let me stretch his legs. Yeah. Surely you can't go back from here. And it did.
You guys are doing Olays and that.
I'm putting Phillips. He thought the game was done. Once again, he went down. He went to his defensive mindset. It backfired on him. Again, Moyes.
But I can understand though, because you try and close out games where you're winning 3-1 in the last.
Or keep it as it is. We were all over them at 3-1.
Oh, come on.
We were.
Have you seen the stats, mate?
We were all over
you talking about? Have you all over them? All over
your shots on target is last 10 minutes.
Mate,
the whole game
dominated you. Like you just took your chances. We had 60% possession. We created the bigger chances.
Last 10
minutes. Shots on target.
Last 10 minutes.
If you even watch the momentum of the game, first half and second half, we had you. You're just lucky that you got these little half chances that your players took advantage of, and that's it.
At 3-1, did you think the game was done at 3-1?
I was having heart palpitations. I won't lie to you. I nearly collapsed, bro. And then you know, but then you guys are doing Olays in St. James's Park, thinking it's all good, it's all easy, and then it ended up being not the case.
Winning, like when you're winning, right?
Because you're not used to that feeling. We
were having shots on target against you with Antonio on the pitch.
Oh, come on.
Took him off the pitch. I mean, defensive.
Mate, what shots on target were you having with Antonio on the pitch, bro?
Bowen almost scored.
Who?
Bowen. Left foot in the corner.
Bro, are you watching a different game? Like, how many shots on target did you have?
Yours came in the last 10 minutes.
In the last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
So the first half, you thought you deserved to go 2-1 up. You thought that was the case?
It was pretty even the first half.
Oh, man.
I blame Moyes for that defeat. All his fault, bro.
I just don't think you're a good team. That's why you lost 3-1 to a game to a team who lost 3 players to injuries. One's got an ACL and got a red card at the end, and you still lost. Like it is anyway.
So hold on, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah.
What game was West Ham worse in? The Newcastle game, the Arsenal game, or the United game?
He gave three. He gave you three options. He said, "I'll do you one better."
Since there's multiple choice out here, do you get what I'm saying?
No, I'll tell you what. The worst game we had this season was Bristol at home, bro, in the FA Cup.
What was the score?
We drew 1-1.
Is it because Antonio play?
Yeah, no, England.
He was on a podcast.
We have been dead for 4 months, bro.
And you're seventh.
And we're seventh.
Doing well. Yeah,
I don't know
it's
how
good.
we're seventh. It is nuts.
Which is good because you started well.
It is nuts, bro.
But Man United though, like
3 wins out of 16.
I want to go around and get everyone's opinion on that. It's a game. It's a big game. Well,
Yeah.
it used to be a big game, but yeah, it's a game that it's worth talking about.
Big game. Is it a big game though? Sorry.
I know. That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to slow down. Actually.
it's a big game for different reasons because they're both getting investigated. Both clubs are getting investigated.
Yeah,
and
who's getting investigated?
It's El Secchio, I lie. It's El
You didn't hear about Ten Hag and his son
It's a
getting
game.
investigated for all them transfers, all them dodgy transfers that Ten Hag's
his son,
involved in.
innit, or something.
I didn't even know about that. I'll be real.
That's not to do with United.
Bro, Ten Hag is also getting implicated in that for the signings that you guys made. They profited from the signings. I know it's just
that's Ten Hag. That's not the club.
He's not the manager.
that's very different. That's very different things. That's Ten Hag. If that's Ten Hag, that's Ten Hag, isn't it? Like we'll move on.
I actually think Man United are going to win that game. To be honest,
Where was it? At the Bridge.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's at the Bridge. I think Man United will win it. I
don't know with United. I don't know with United because we could put out a performance like we did against Liverpool and then put out a performance like we did against Brentford. Who knows, isn't it?
What man you're going to turn up? What's your prediction? What's your predictions?
I think 2-0 Man United.
2-0 Man United. What's your predictions?
No, I want to hear everyone else's first.
Can I say? So we say P.
9-1.
What's your predictions, Chicks? Then go on.
This is a bit of a cop out, yeah, but I think Man United are not going to lose. Is that acceptable?
So you're saying a draw, 2-2 draw, yeah?
Or I don't see them. I see Chelsea being a bit too overconfident, getting up for it like they're playing one of the big boys. Man, you just chilling and just punching them in their nose. You know what I mean?
Chinks, I worry about you, you know. Man said so specific, punching them in their nose.
Yeah, I'm not the only one who can see it. All right. Cool.
Thing is, aren't Chelsea unbeaten at home against the big teams? They drew with Liverpool, drew with City, drew with Arsenal. All at home.
So you said,
but I think that's part of it because they get up for the game, pause, and then it turns into a basketball game. And I think if they do that against Man U, that's Man U's style at the moment. That transitional football. Do you get what I mean? So that's what makes sense to me. I could be wrong, but I just feel like I just have no ratings for Chelsea as well. Like I think Poch's. I don't know what he's done. He's forgot all his manager skills.
I'm going to come to that in a second. What do you reckon, Big Preach? What's the score?
I think it's going to be 0-0. Yeah, I think both teams are scared to lose. I'm not really, and like their attacking ain't really doing it. Like, let me pause that one there before I say it. Yeah, but their attacking ain't really living up to expectation. I think like Man United, Liverpool. Obviously, it's the biggest derby grudge match the Premiership I've ever seen. So, obviously, you get me. Like, you can't really be losing to Liverpool at Old Trafford. So I get that, but I'm not really. I just have no faith in any of their attacking. Yeah, I feel they'll be solid defending, but that's just because they're scared to lose the game. I think that's what will happen. Like,
guys, does Poch need to go?
I think United have to win. Sorry, real quick. I think United have to win. This game is traditionally a 1-1. But United haven't lost to Chelsea in our last, I think, 6 or 7, maybe even longer than that. So I don't see us losing. But I think it's going to be quite an open game because United just have to win.
If Chelsea lose, does Poch need to go? And if Ten Hag goes, does he need to go?
If we lose to Chelsea, I think it will be the tide will start. At the moment, Ten Hag has still got a large portion of the fans. I think he starts to. I think he starts to lose the fans if we lose at Chelsea.
Cool. Does anyone think that Poch needs to go? Real quick.
Yeah.
Will this is a need to or Willie? Pause.
What's up with the pauses today? It's insane. Like,
he needs to do the total opposite of go. Like Chelsea are a club in disarray. They're a club in disarray. The last thing you need to do is get rid of a good manager when you're a club in disarray.
Is he good though?
Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth.
I think he reminds me of a modern day parent. I've said it before. He just reminds me of a modern day parent, the one that says my kids don't need to learn to read and write until they're 7 because I don't want it to stunt their imagination. He just reminds me of that kind of like everyone's on good terms, we're vibing, it's cool.
I think his time at Spurs gives him that.
But that's a different time almost. Like I feel like that's even. I feel like it's a mirage.
Bro, and it's like, think about what he was doing then. Like, he was putting together a solid team.
Yeah.
Everything made sense. It was, the engine was purring.
Now, Harry Kane, though.
Yeah, but now he had Son. Like, do you know what I mean? He had Dembele.
To be fair, though, he's a completely different dynamic, though. He had players who were not on like super huge wages on 8-year contracts, bro.
No, but it made sense,
no leadership. With no leadership at the club.
But Yoms, it made sense. Like I genuinely don't know what the fuck he's doing, bro. Like I don't know what he's doing.
Don't you think him leaving Spurs was a mistake?
Yeah, well, they sacked.
But that's not Spurs' fault. That's not his fault.
That's Spurs' fault.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was. That's how good he is, isn't it? It was like
he's a good manager. Like Poch is not. Poch is not rubbish. Poch is a good manager. These players, he's got what 21, 22, 23-year-old man on like 250k a week for 8 years.
Yeah, but he accepted that. He knew what he was walking into. He looked at it, said, "Yeah, I can do this." And he's not doing it. He's making it. I see.
He walks into a job and says they can't do it.
Well, you don't say they don't do it,
but you're in it. But
you're gonna try in it. Like you're gonna try and do it. But
is it the only job? Is it the only job in Premier League?
But look, I believe if he has the players that can deliver like what he likes, then the football's.
He's got $1 billion. He got $1 billion spent. Like what else do you want?
It's not his. It's not his.
Yeah,
they're not his players.
Chelsea
he didn't go out and say.
No, I agree with you.
He didn't go out and say these are the players that I want. He wasn't in there with no Edu like saying, "Yeah, let's look at this player."
Do you think they should be beating Burnley? Do you think at the minimum? Do you think they should be beating Burnley? Do you think at the minimum they should be beating in the same season?
What I'll say is don't underestimate.
It was 10 men, Ash. Was it 10 men?
But don't underestimate.
They haven't been playing this poorly. They've been playing this poorly for a while. It's not just this season. We're not shocked at what we've seen from Chelsea.
But he had the people. Remember, he had a pre-season where people were getting up saying, "Ooh, the Chelsea side are looking dangerous." And then everything just went.
Yeah, I did. Even at the beginning of the season, I even said to Nick that Chelsea are going to be on bits.
A bit more than the pre-season.
Chelsea are going to be on bits. Yeah,
but you know what?
But you can't underestimate. Like, all right, tell me a club where the club has been in disarray, but the performances have been good on the pitch.
No, but you see an ideology or something like say for example, Ten Hag, he's trying to do this whole football. It don't work. Cool. I'm going to do what works with the players. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And I don't have all the players what I'm doing. I'm going to get a few and I'm going to adopt a style of football. Like, Klopp came in, I need to consolidate what's going on, figure out who I need to get rid of. Like, you know what I'm saying? Arteta came in, I want all my players to be able to play from the back. They can't do it. I'm going to play counter-attack football. Like, I genuinely, he's got Enzo at 10, Enzo in a double pivot, left wing back, Colwell, like Nkunku behind the strike. Like, bro, I don't know what he's doing. I literally... Yeah. I don't know
because none of them are his players, and he's
mostly working out who he can keep for his type of football for next season. Like
by playing him out of position.
He's just trying to figure out. He's just trying to figure out who he can trust at this minute. Like which players are actually going to actually run. These Chelsea men don't even run back. They don't even track. They don't do nothing. Like I don't blame him for where they are. To be honest,
Gallagher runs back, but it looks like he's going to be sold.
They're going to have to exactly. So the one person that he's got, who he's thinking, yeah, next season this can be the guy that I can rely on, is going to have to be sold because the club was doing fuckeries in the.
I know why Yoms is backing him now. I think he sees a lot of between Poch and Ten Hag. I can see why he's going to the.
Yeah, when you're a club in this, when you're a club in disarray, real recognize real. That's the truth. Like, that's the truth. That's real for real.
But even with that though, Yoms, Ten Hag has still managed that situation in a more pressured environment way better than him.
I would say that Ten Hag's situation is it's pretty bad. It's probably equally, but it's very different. At least Ten Hag
has got his own players
to bring some of his own players in. Poch is playing these guys. Imagine being on an 8-year. Imagine, right, going into work tomorrow and your manager says, for 8 years you're going to get paid 200k a week, Jinx, yeah, and no matter how good or bad you perform, you are going to be on 200k a week. And if you don't perform, I'm not going to sack you. I'm going to sack your manager. Brother, I'll be sitting there eating tea and biscuits for 8 years.
True, bro.
Like these guys don't care about Potter. They're just going in there. They're just 8 years.
And this is why Potter's in Egypt. Mourinho, Pep, Arteta, Klopp, their man would never accept that. Their word is law. So it just shows you he's a muppet. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, but this was all done. This was all done pre. This was all done pre.
That's the point, though. You see everything that you've said about the 8-year contract. Pochettino, you remember even before he took the Chelsea job, they took ages negotiating with him that he wanted his own stuff. So he said, "Okay, cool. I see the problems. I can fix this and make things happen." It might, and I think he might be right. I think. Unless there's an agreement between all of them that this year we're not going to do anything. This is like our clearance year, our floor raising year. We're going to figure out who we want, who we don't want, and we move them on. But the problem is obviously FFP and everything else that got to do with that. If there's like a tacit agreement between him and the owners that, hey, this year we're going to like just do this, and then the next year we'll do something different. But the problem is I'm hearing like Chelsea fans saying like Chelsea seem to come out worse in the second half. They don't know what happens in that changing room, what he's saying to the players. I haven't seen his press conferences, but they're complaining about his press conferences that he's like firing shots at Chelsea fans saying this ain't the Chelsea that you know and that. And all that kind of flapping. Like
all I'm saying is this year, just look, the fish always rots from the head, right? Look at what Todd Bowley done from day one, bruv. Man came in, gave himself 5 different jobs. Yeah, he was the recruiter. He was HR. He was the person who does the training. He was every role that there could possibly be. The guy doesn't have the foggiest clue. Like, if you think that you can take Poch out of that situation and put a different manager in that situation and that situation changes, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. It don't work like that. The club is in a complete mess. And then you've got FFP challenges. And then you've got, I remember one time listening to Simon Jordan and he was like, with all due respect, players are twats. They talk to each other and they decide they're not playing.
Yeah, true.
That whole dressing room has decided, fuck this guy.
Get him out.
Are they even good enough in the first place?
Yeah, but was Potter, so I don't know Potter's managerial career. What was it before Brighton?
Swansea.
How did he do there?
And some team in Norway assigned.
Oh yeah.
Because like Potter was atrocious, and I'm sure he done better than Poch.
No, they're the same. They're a point better. They're a point better this time than last year to this year.
And Poch, after what he done at Spurs, you should be more experienced. I'm not saying that a new manager will make it all better, but I expected so much more. Where are they? 12th.
Yeah.
I expected more. Look, Nicky fucking hates Moyes. A man at 7th. doing the opposite of what they should be doing with the players. You've got
no, because West Ham have players who actually want to try.
Yeah, they love the club.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like these guys, there is nothing you can do with a workforce that does not want to work. But you've contractually told them that for the next 8 years they are getting paid 200 bags a week. There is nothing. You've put yourself in a rut.
put your foot down, Yoms. Do you get what I'm saying? Gallagher
this is what he's trying to do.
This guy plays for me. Them man ain't seeing the pitch. You got to do what they did with Aubameyang and Ozil. Go over there. Don't chat to me, man. Go do what you lot want to do. We're going to do what we want to do. And fuck you, man.
Yeah, but Chinks,
Like, you know what I mean?
you can do that. You can do that when it's Aubameyang. You can do that when it's Aubameyang and you've got 10 players who are like, yeah, do you know what? We're going to do this thing. When you have 11 men that are saying 200 bags a week, cuz.
Some different stuff. Yeah.
There is nothing. You got 11 Aubameyangs, bruv. What are you going to do?
That man got 56 players, bro. They had to extend the changing room. They just had a man over there.
They still got Lukaku.
Shit. Like, do you know what I mean, bro?
Lukaku comes back, bro.
They got more players than staff. Like, do you know what I mean, bro?
So, Yoms, if they try and sell these men on 8-year contracts, is it a thing where they've got to pay off some of the...
So here what the problem is, Nicky, right? Here what the problem is, yeah? They've put these men on big contracts in the gamble that they're going to improve as players and still have like 4 years on their contract. So imagine Enzo improves as a player and then he's got 4 years left on his contract. He goes from being 100 mil to 150 mil. That's the gamble that they're taking. On top of that, they're also taking the gamble that these men are going to get them to Champions League and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, cool. These men have down tools. It don't work. You're trying to sell. We now know you've got FFP problems, and we know you've got players on big contracts that you're trying to get out the door. Gallagher's a £50 million player. Anybody want Gallagher's coming to Chelsea tomorrow saying we'll give you 10 million? Say something.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Do you get what I'm saying? So they've put themselves in a bind. It's shocking what Bowley's done. Bowley is responsible for this, and even now, the people who he's part of the consortium for are looking at Bowley trying to replace him.
Yeah, you're right.
Even Strasbourg fans are because they're one of the clubs they own. They're protesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's a madness.
That's a mess right now. Guys, quickly before we go and end up, because it's getting to that time. A quick preview. Liverpool obviously are playing also tomorrow. Is there any score predictions on Liverpool? Yeah, Liverpool. I know
you're playing Sheffield, right?
At home, Jesus.
At home, that's going to be a bloodbath.
Sheffield United 3, Liverpool Football Club 0.
That's
going to be a bloodbath, bro. That's going to be one of Pink's descriptions, bro.
Punch in the nose. Arsenal didn't beat Luton, though. Arsenal only beat Luton, though. Arsenal beat Luton 2-0 at home. I thought Arsenal would be the same thing today at Luton.
Luton are a good team, though.
Luton don't really get battered like that.
Yeah, but we played like a B team, though.
Yeah, Nelson and Smith Rowe and them, man.
Yeah, your Garnacho, we played him. Hey, he was. Hey, you didn't watch the game, did you, Nicky? He was.
No. I watched the first half.
Headless chicken, bro.
I have never seen him do. I have never seen him. Reece Nelson does not have a highlight reel.
It's because
his body. One volley against Bournemouth.
No 15 minutes you can put together of him. And you're telling me he's better than Garnacho?
He's not fit. He's not fit. That's why he's not fit.
Well, you reckon what you would sell him? Would you sell him, Chicks?
Who, Nelson?
Yeah, would you sell him?
He's out of contract in summer.
He wouldn't get no money. No, he got a new contract. He was out of contract last season.
1 year.
They gave him a new one.
I hope he goes West Ham. I pray he goes. West Ham love an out of contract player.
He's not better than Bowen or he's not better than Bowen or Kudus.
He's nowhere near them.
You know, Kudus has been quite average since African Nations. You know,
he's too one-footed. He's too heavily reliant on that left foot.
Like a Kulusevski.
Since AFCON, he's been quite dead. I can't lie.
Exactly like a Kulusevski. Exactly like Kulusevski.
Their stats are quite similar. I looked it up the other day and I was like, "Oh man, I want Kul."
He does the amazing runs and he does have them highlight reels. He is decent. I'm not taking it from him, but he's very one-footed. And that stunts his gameplay a bit.
Mate, your boo boy is a prick, bruv.
Nah, bruv, your guy's an idiot, bruv. How can he come to a little child and tell him to move off the stool, bruv? Is he mad, bruv? Is he mad? They were celebrating because they were happy to go 3-1 up at St. James's Park. and they try to get the ball boy to come off his seat so they can celebrate. And he was like, the ball boy was like, what? Man,
He's
can't
like,
hear
you
you,
have to see it. It's like,
And you know, like big men surrounded this one little boy. This big men, like
you weren't having it. You weren't having it, no?
Huh?
You weren't having it.
You weren't having it, bro.
Yes,
you weren't having it, bro. You ain't having it. That winning mentality is throughout the club, man. If that was at Chelsea or someone, the guy's like, oh yeah, be shining off the
Oh, that's funny, yo. That's to give you a chair. I said no.
No way, bro.
Do you want fries with that?
Oh, mate, that was funny.
Mad.
But Nelson's pants, though, man. That type of player he's not pants, but that player's extinct, kind of.
Can I just quickly ask you about Smith Rowe, because we're getting linked to Smith Rowe a lot. Like, what's he saying?
He's been injured for fucking 18 months.
Yeah.
Boy, if he plays like how he plays today, he's a good squad player. Definitely.
What at home to Luton though? Come on, man.
Doesn't matter, man. Like a good squad player, bro. Like,
mate, who gave him that shot number 10? You kidding me? Brother. No.
Put some respect on his name, man. I'm telling you this. If you're challenging for titles, your players could have 99, 98, 97.
Bro, that is a Bergkamp.
These things don't matter when you're challenging for titles, bro. I'm telling you. Who cares?
That's a Bergkamp shirt right there. No.
Certain shirts matter.
Yeah, do, man. You can't give
you do not give Mason Mount a number 7.
But they gave 14. They gave 14 to Nketiah as well. Like they gave 14 to Nketiah.
Like sub his captain, Klopp will sub his captain like it's nothing. Like,
yeah,
it's different. It's different mentalities.
Yeah. Mason Mount
you do all of that.
No,
you're putting.
Wait, what numbers on that show?
You put pressure on the player.
19.
I think Garnacho's 25, isn't he? Didn't he go for 2 plus 5? 17, yeah.
17, I like Garnacho because all the stories he loves Ronaldo, and all them Argentinian players saying, stop that. He said, nah, bro, you can't tell me nothing, bro. I'm out here for the boy's got his own family, like raising his own kids, married his girl and everything, and other men are telling him who he should support, and he's having none of that.
Yeah,
I respect him for that.
Yeah, you got to give Garnacho ratings, man.
This is a real quick one. We've got Man U versus Liverpool on Sunday. Sheesh. In the return. Is that what? Old Trafford again?
That's gonna be a bloodbath.
Man U, boy.
That's gonna be a bloodbath. There's nothing like like you don't want Liverpool when they want revenge, bro.
Oh, man.
I think it's like the trilogy matches. So we drew the first game. We lost in the FA Cup. We've got to win this one.
Yeah. You know what? I think Liverpool went down when they took Salah off. I think if Liverpool had kept Salah on
in the cup,
it would have been a different story. But yeah,
the same thing Moyes done. You got complacent, bro.
I agree with you. I agree. But it's been a Liverpool, Man United. It's been like that for years, man. It's been like that.
You just don't know that one. You don't know, but I just get the feeling I just don't see it. I don't.
But the thing is, though, Man United, they've got the opportunity to stop Liverpool winning the league, and obviously they play Arsenal. They might bend over. I reckon. No pause, by the way.
Like this right here.
Put on that Clark and them, man, and O'Donnell. Thinking
So you're really not confident, P?
No. I'm saying we need to, because we drew the first game. We lost the FA Cup. The third game, the trilogy, it's got to be us. Like,
have you got a busy week before it or something?
Nah, they got Europa.
They got Europa, and I'm sure we've got an FA Cup match.
Yeah, them men are playing. You not playing Napoli? No, you not playing Liverpool. Let me find out. Hold on.
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
Atlanta, yeah.
You got Leverkusen. That's us. You got Leverkusen.
You got Leverkusen. I'm definitely watching that.
That's gonna be another bloodbath. They're bloodbaths this week.
Listen, I'm definitely watching that.
Who's gonna be in this bloodbath?
Leverkusen.
West Ham Leverkusen.
Hammers.
West Ham is gonna.
Sorry. Wait. Alonso versus David Moyes.
You know what I'm
saying? Wait. I swear. Nick said you've won 3 in your last 14, yeah?
No. We were 16.
And Leverkusen ain't lost in
the league.
what?
In the league
In like 40 games or something like that.
The thing is, our style of play is set up to European football, though.
Give us a prediction for that one.
Yeah. Our style of play is set up. That's why we done so well in Europe. 2 years ago, we got to the semi-finals of Europa League. Last year, we won the Europa Conference. This year, quarterfinals. Moyes' style of play is suited to European football.
He's suited to cup matches.
It was an upset, yeah.
Over 2 legs, yeah.
Woo!
What, you think you're going? No, sorry. Let me just get this clear. You think you're going through?
Are they going to play a strong team in both legs? I don't know if they will.
Yeah, because they've got nothing else to play for. They've already won. They've already won the league, bro. They're like 10 points clear.
But like Bayern got a hold in that league, bro. It's so psychological. Bayern,
bro, Kane is cursed, bro. Kane is cursed. He can't win nothing, bro.
They already gave it up.
You could take the man out of Spurs, but you can't take the Spurs out of the man, bro. He's not allowed to win anything, bro.
That's crazy, you know.
And there's a player in there who hasn't lost the league in like the 10 whatever years in a row, and then he comes along and has messed up his whole.
Coleman.
Coleman
Kingsley
season of winning a trophy.
Bro, he won the league at PSG, Juventus, and like Bayern back to back or something like that.
Yeah, he's won the league every year.
And he won a World Cup as well in that period. Or my bug.
Yeah, in 018,
Germany. Yeah.
So we actually.
His cabinet's crazy.
Yeah, it's still. We might beat Leverkusen. 3 years ago, we beat Seville over 2 legs in the quarterfinals. At the time, Seville was second in the league, and that Martial alone. Yeah,
so 3 years later, Mikel Antonio's that much better now, isn't it? So he's.
But I don't see it. And I hope you're wrong, because I just really want that 5th spot in England to not get Champions League.
I said it.
Really want that 5th spot.
What's going on with City and is it the Spanish team? If they both
Girona.
You talk about Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Girona.
Yeah. So what happened? Has that been solved or something? What's the update on that?
If they get top 4, which is likely, can they both play in Champions League under the same ownership?
Yeah. That's the same problem United have with Nice as well. Not that we're going to get Champions League, but if we ever did and Nice was in it, then we won't be allowed in the same competition.
That's nuts.
That's all mad.
It's just stupid. It's stupid. I just think like you shouldn't be allowed to own. You shouldn't be allowed to own 2 clubs.
I think you should.
Yeah, but who thought we're going to get top 4 though?
Yeah, well then that's a lack of ambition, isn't it? Because imagine being the manager of Ginola and then you're thinking, whatever their name is, and you're thinking, we don't do. My owners don't even want me to get top 4 because we got to make way for City. Like that's ridiculous.
Wait, that's wrong. That comment there is wrong. Leverkusen lost in the first leg of the last round.
Look at you, boy. You're clutching onto this win, you know.
I don't mind if you don't win. I'll rather West Ham in the final.
Yeah, well, it does add another European sport, as you said. But yeah, I'm not fussed about Champions League football, me personally. But what do you reckon? West Ham versus Wolves? Quick prediction.
Wolves all day.
Wolves
all day, bro.
Yeah, Wolves.
Right, you should have had energy for Newcastle, but you see Wolves.
No, because not my team, bro.
Man said they're gonna beat Leverkusen, but not Wolves.
Yeah, because I just set up European sense, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
But you know what? Wolves don't like having the ball. They like to be counter-attacking as well. So you guys don't like having the ball. They don't like having the ball. I see that as a draw, man. It's just going to be like...
He's going to leave the ball in the centre. They're going to be playing football how Tyson Fury boxes, bare feints.
You say counter the counter, yeah? No, but you know what? There's 2 tasty games there, you know. Fulham Newcastle was a tasty game.
Yeah.
And Arsenal away to Brighton, that is a potential banana skin. Like
I got Fulham winning that all day.
Hey, you got to put money down, yeah?
I'll show you my account still.
You put money down for it, yeah? Fair play to you, man. Fair play to you.
Fulham are a weird team. They'll beat United at Old Trafford 2-0, 3-0, whatever it was. Then they'll lose.
All right, easy.
Then they'll lose to Sheffield United. They're a weird team. But at home, Saturday.
Bear in mind that we've played Fulham twice this season in Cup and Premier League and beat them 2-0, 3-0. So it's a 5-0 aggregate.
Fulham they beat Arsenal, they beat Chelsea. I think
So did we.
Fulham got that all day, bro. All day.
You know what though? Yeah, this round of fixtures is quite spicy though.
It is
mad
because Palace City.
City win that, bro.
They've done them before. That's the team that always slip them on the counter. Everton Burnley is kind of
that's a different Crystal Palace now, though, bro.
No, you're right. I forgot.
Everton Burnley 0-0, 100%, bro.
Yeah, because what's his name? Company's trying to get them to do it, but they can't do. They can't do.
You know what? I feel. You know what? Yeah, Company is a man who is. He's not. You can't say he's naive.
I rate him though.
He knows what it's about. He knows what it is.
He shouldn't. But like, do you know what it is? Yeah, like worse. If you're ignorant, that's one thing. But if you have knowledge and don't change, then you're worse than being ignorant, bro. Like, who the fuck do you think you are trying to get Burnley to play Man City football in the Premier League? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, he deserves to go down. They deserve to go down. They
got a set piece coach.
That last there, boy.
When they get corners, yeah, Company goes and sits down.
Does anyone think that Brentford beats Villa?
No.
What is it? Oh no.
Villa are monsters at home.
Yeah.
They won't go like 2 games back to back.
But they find it hard to break down low blocks. I see Brentford doing a low block on this one.
Yeah, but Brentford like to come. Arsenal win that because Brighton are already on their holidays, man.
Yeah,
but Luton Bournemouth. I feel like that can be a good game.
I don't know. You know, somebody just told me Danny Welbeck. I just think Danny Welbeck just does it. I think he just does it. You know, I don't know. I might go 1-1 like a Welbeck equalizer late on.
That'll be mad.
Mate, Luton Bournemouth 3-3.
When I saw the fixture though, I don't know why I thought draw. The Brighton Arsenal for some reason. We're not going to do a perfect run to the end of the season.
Yeah,
all three teams won. Yeah,
I respect.
I don't know. You know, I don't see Liverpool dropping many points. If anything, I see Liverpool having the best run. I think they've got the best fixtures as well. I think City might drop 3 points, but I think Arsenal's got a potential 4 points to drop.
So you put Arsenal third, Liverpool second, Man City first, or Liverpool first, Man City second?
I put Arsenal third, and then I just can't call it between Liverpool and City because City are just City, and I think Liverpool, I think they both win for different reasons. I think Liverpool win because they've just got that never say die attitude, and I think City just know how to do it at this end of the season.
Yeah, like where's Jota and Konate? Like, are they back for the end of the season, or are they done for the season now? Jota and Konate.
Yeah, they're supposed to be back for the end. I don't think there's an actual date though.
Those two are serious players, man.
From the injury, they said that they'll be back before the end of the season.
Okay. Those two are serious players.
Yeah. Apart from injury, I think Konate is probably, and Arsenal fans will hate this, but I think Konate has probably been the best centre back in the league this year.
No,
he covers the whole right side of the pitch for Trent Alexander-Arnold, doesn't it?
Whoa! He meant best for Liverpool.
No, he meant for the league, bro. He said it.
I think Konate's been the best centre back in the league.
You said that, Yomi. He covers the whole pitch, the right side of the pitch.
Covers the whole. He plays centre back and right back.
Yeah.
So does what's his name? So does Gabriel on the left, and so does Saliba.
Arsenal don't really do that inverted fullback team as much as.
Yeah, we do. Ben White. White does it, and he overlaps. He plays 3 roles.
As much as Trent.
Trent's only started doing this 20 minutes ago.
Like it was.
Trent was always inverting. That's a new thing this season.
Nah, he was, man. Trent was missing defensively, bro. He's always been missing defensively. Until Konate had a consistent run of games. That's why Liverpool was leaking goals. Trent is the sole reason they've lost how many finals where he's just gone missing. Even the Champions League final against Real Madrid.
Preach. Can you confirm that? Preach for me. Can you?
I don't even know. I don't really know what to say. To tell you the truth, like.
Stand by your man. It's all right.
That's what I think they're cool. I think they're cool. I think they're cool.
Don't snitch.
My thing with Arsenal is that they're doing what I've seen Liverpool do already. Once again, do you know what I'm saying? Like the partnership, their defensive partnership it's working. I think the only thing missing is, I guess, them actually winning something, but not far off of it. I think it's hard.
If Liverpool win the league, you would say the partnership's better. That's what you're saying.
So you mean individually? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, maybe not. You know, maybe not. I think they've both been that good. Like, yeah.
Spurs fans can't help it, you know. They fucking can't help it. They can't help it.
Will we ever learn?
We don't want to do this. We don't even want to do this. It's not even fun anymore. It's not even fun anymore.
Oh Lord, I'm mercy. I need to end the show, man. I don't even want to know more, bro.
That's Deji on the burner account, surely.
Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off. Take me off. Cut the show.
Oh man.
Yeah. Guys, big up for coming on again. Wiping my tears, man. Oh Lord. I'm in a movie. We're procrastinating. Every fucking week we do this. Six packing by the belly is hurting sore, man.
You know what? I can't wait for Spurs to win something. You know, Ash is gonna do a show. He's gonna invite 25 man on the show, bro. Every topic is gonna be Spurs the best team in the history of the Premier League.
Right, I'll be working with the rest of them.
Talk to him.
If it's a League Cup, though, I want to see Deji on there saying, "Nah, bruv, I don't want this cup. I don't want this cup, bruv. This is nothing."
Trust me. You'll be the first one with the party poppers, bro.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, big up you, man. Big up, first of all, Preach for coming on, man. Love Preach for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. You got anything coming up, or where can we find you? Sorry, where's the socials? You have socials.
People. Yeah, I'm Big Preach 100, but I'm just a privileged guest. I don't really do my own show or anything, so yeah, I'm just a privileged guest on you man's show. Respect, thank you for having me.
Always welcome, man. Big up, man. Big up every time. Yes. And again, FaZe, man like Cheeks, again, anything coming up in the podcast world? Anything to alert?
Podcast Facts Only, every Sunday we release on YouTube, man. But football, I'm here. Week in, week out, win, lose or draw. Unlike the Chelsea boys.
Where are they? You ain't seen the Chelsea boys for a little while.
Listen, I can't even say that. It's real.
I got a Chelsea bridge that out.
I might have to get him on. We'll see, innit? I don't know. It's not easy for Chelsea fans at the moment. Maybe if they win against you, man.
Coops, I hope you're watching secretly, bro. I hope you're in the dark on your phone, the lights off, and you're watching this.
I'm going to shoot it over loud.
I'm saying, but FaZe started a podcast beginning of the season. Yeah, me and Chelsea. Yeah, we just don't get along. Yeah, we was getting at it. Pause.
You get me, fam? But like, he disappeared. He disappeared. I hope you're watching this. I hope you're watching in your spirit. You know, fam. Yeah.
Bad boy.
Hey, Nicky Summers, Nicky Hammers, sorry.
Yeah, Nicky Hammers, man. That's the gram.
That's on the gram. Okay. So yeah, can also find them back here again after the Leverkusen win.
2 legs. Over 2 legs.
he's gonna be throwing gang signs like that, and it Moyes out.
If you go through though, I'm coming on smoke.
Antonio hat-trick pending. Yeah.
Hey.
Allow me.
Cool, man. I big up Toon Tactics TV every time once again.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Yeah, thank you for the invite, guys. Always a special show. Guys, you can find me on YouTube, on Toon Tactics TV, on X, on Instagram, and on TikTok. I've already got a video out for a 3-part series for Newcastle United's transfer approach for the summer. So that 3rd part's already out now. I've got a match preview for Fulham coming up this Thursday. Should be after the press conference. And yeah, just more shows as well. So do look out for me. Until next time, always great to be invited onto the show, guys. Can't wait, chat as always.
I thought you was going to say, I've got a video just for Nick. Next time I'm dead, everybody dead.
One question for Toon Tactics. How's Top?
Say that again?
Top. Is that still open?
The what?
I did some Geordie Shore.
Gang signs at me again. I'm like, what's this?
Top the Newcastle.
Take this for a gang sign. How about that? Take that for a gang sign.
Newcastle is only good for Top, Bijou, and Jalou, nothing else, bro.
Mine said Newcastle's good for 3 things, and none of them are football.
If you guys beat Leverkusen, I don't want to hear any more bad talk on Moyes. You have to be. That's fair. You have to tattoo his face on your arm, bro.
Never.
Yo, coming on. Love for coming on, my bro.
Yo, safe, man. Safe for the invite. You know what it is. It's Yomes. My Instagram's not up here. Don't at me. You'll see me next week.
Season. Yoms needs a channel, man. He needs a football channel, like half football channel, half like Nigerian politics channel, bro. I'll be on it, bro.
Niger politics, I could talk all day. I get enough slatering from football on this show, bro. I don't need another one, man.
Love, man. Love. Yes, man. Big up the chat as always, man. Always make it enjoyable. Big part of the show. So big yourselves up each and every time.
The chat, man. W's in the chat. Yeah.
But yeah, man, love every time. People watching at home or watching this later as well, big yourselves up for tuning in. And please make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, you do the YouTube thing. Obviously, just supporting it. That's what I'm saying. It helps in it with the videos. If you like it, we get seen a lot more. But yeah, please make sure you tell a friend and you share it on and you put a notification bell on. But guys, yes, we're gone. Big yourselves up. Until next week, man.
God bless, guys.
Bless, man. And as always, man, come on, you Spurs in Ange.